Live. It is the MJ Morning Show. I am MJ along with Fester, and Michelle even has made it back after our little vacation. You know what's also incredible to me is that there are so many people that respond and comment on our segments, and there's a large percentage of the audience that they don't know when we're on vacation because the best of is done very well by Andrew. And, I checked in as we were in town, out of town, we had a kind of a weird vacation this year.
Yeah.
As I checked in occasionally, I heard stuff that I got to be honest, I don't remember doing. All right, so listen, if I'm doing the radio show, if it's the MJ Morning Show, and there are segments and bits that I don't remember, trust me, a large portion of the audience also says, well, I didn't know that was a repeat. Or anyway, I checked in multiple times, and there were numerous occasions like, hey, that sounds new to me. Hey, are we really on vacation? All right, so we're back. Fester, I'm glad you didn't get gored by some wild animal. But you did say that there was sort of a little bit of a close call.
The wild animals are no joke. And we had one particularly scary, not unfortunate situation.
All right, so Michelle and I, we were in town, out of town, went to visit my parents for a couple of days over in Fort Lauderdale. We went out of town to scope apartments for Chloe for a couple of days. Good. Anyway, that's a whole ordeal.
That's just the business of life, though, right?
Oh, yeah. But we didn't have a normal vacation. Usually summer vacation, we find some cool spot, and we didn't have that this year. So did not get to do the typical, usual summer vacation. Listen, that's life. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, not complaining. So Fester sends me a note, hey, remind me to tell you about the buffalo story, or the bison story.
It's bison,
I'm sorry, the bison story. Exactly.
Don't say buffalo because everybody in Wyoming turns into jackasses.
I know. I mean, it's a bison.
It's a bison.
But what's interesting, what kind of got me chuckling a bit, is because we've had numerous stories over the last couple of months about, idiot tourists at various national parks having encounters with bison. And in fact, we had a bison story just prior to us going on vacation.
I think the guy was from Florida.
It might have been. We had a guy, we had a woman. We had the woman that brought like a 3-year-old kid within like 2 feet of a wild bison. I mean, just insanity. All right, so Fester, what happened to you and your family?
So we went to Yellowstone National Park.
You didn't go to Jellystone?
I wish. I thought it was a real thing up until, like, wait, hold on. Isn't the Jellystone just north of the Tetons?
Right?
No, we went to Yellowstone, and their bison are everywhere. Certain portions of the park, they run the house, and all the cars are pulled over on the side of the road, and the bison, they have free range. They cross the road. You get stuck in bison traffic jams, and I'm watching a couple of bison, one at a time, single file, maybe 15, 20 yards separating them, cross the street. And it starts where they walk right directly toward me, but then they make a turn and they cross the street between two cars. And I'm by myself. And then
now, how far was this from the Dutton Ranch?
You know what? I'll tell you what. I did not hear one mention or see one piece of memorabilia, or I thought it was going to be like a shill for this stupid TV show that I haven't watched any of. I know you've recently gotten into it.
Right.
Well, we watched it.
But there was nothing Dutton related, anything at all.
No cowboy hats?
Nope, nothing like the Dutton Ranch logo. I mean,
did anybody say, I'm going to take you to the train station?
No, nothing.
No?
What would you say?
I'm going to take you to the train station.
Yeah, okay. You said in a way that we couldn't even understand what you said.
Your thick accent of Montanans was
No, I don't think it was really Montanans. I think it was just evil dudes. You know how they talk like, I'm going to take you to the train station.
The train station.
And you think you're going on a train?
Yeah, that's when they pushed you off they shot you and threw you off a cliff.
I don't even know that I saw a train station.
Exactly.
Now that I think about it. But I see the bison and they're walking toward me, but then they make a turn and then I'm a safe distance away. Mm-hmm. My son Hudson joins me after 4 or 5 bison pass, and he sees the bison walking straight toward us before they make their turn. And he's like, I had enough of this. And he runs from me exactly to where the bison crossed the street. And I'm like, holy crap, this bison's now walking toward my kid.
Hello.
Who is frozen in fear.
Great.
He's like,
Did it run through your head that you're going to be the next, like, national news story about schmucks on wheels, in this case, an RV?
You know.
Schmuck. Oh, how was the RV?
It was great.
All right, hold on to that thought before I forget. All right, so how close did your family get to getting, like, attacked, trampled, charged, flung by a bison?
What's sad is that the first thing that went through my head is like, this is how morons in the news happen. This is exactly how I'm watching them real life. I'm involved in a morons in the news story. Morning shows around the country are going to be making fun of me tomorrow. And then I'm like, Hudson, come here. He's frozen. He couldn't move. He couldn't move one way, couldn't move the other. So I had to run, which I'm not a runner, pick him up, drag him out of the bison's paths. And the bison was unmoved. He wasn't worried about.
They don't care about
They don't
you.
care about me.
Even though you look like a medium-sized bison yourself, they were unfazed. They don't care.
I'm the size of a teenage bison.
Oh,
Because we saw
Esther.
calves. We saw calves, and I was bigger than the calves. So I'm the size of a teenage bison and about as hairy. But we had a great trip to Yellowstone, and it was a lot of fun. Good stuff. All good
Fantastic.
stuff.
And, the reason why I'm bringing this up first thing is because I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you weren't attacked. Glad you weren't a news story. Another tourist from Florida decided, hey, let's go take a selfie with a bison in a national park.
Oh, I took plenty of selfies with them. I just didn't get that close.
Because you're supposed to stay, what do they say, like 30 feet?
It was 25
Or is it yards?
25 yards.
Yards.
Because it's like
So that would be 75 feet.
2 bus length. They did it in buses. People are so stupid.
Oh, wait, really?
They had like
Oh.
a. They had like
They have a
a.
sign that says bus lengths?
Yeah, because it was like a person.
Wait,
and then,
wait, hold on. They really have a sign that, like a pictograph?
Yes, because a lot of. One thing I learned is that Yellowstone, and I guess I've known this, but I never experienced it. People from around the world. I mean, I heard more different languages and people from other parts of the world than I ever thought I would.
right.
And everybody speaks different languages, and
You heard like Norwegian?
I
no, Sven?
it's crazy you said that. I met a family as we're watching Old Faithful.
From Norway?
Bench position was like really, prime in Old Faithful, and there was an empty bench seat just big enough for half of my butt. And I'm like, I'm going to sit down right next to this guy, whether he likes it or not.
Can we take picture with fat American?
And he's like, and I was like, so, then I strike up conversation because I'm really encroaching in this guy's space. And
Right.
he was from Sweden,
From Sweden?
and they're traveling the national parks.
Oh, very lovely.
And I was like,
fantastic.
yeah, great. I can't get my kid to stop looking at their phone, and here are kids from Sweden coming to another country to go to the. But anyway, we had a great time.
And to compliment your near run-in with a bison at Yellowstone, I saw this, and this is what kind of prompted me to, inquire. Collision with moose kills driver, injures passenger near Alaska's Denali National Park.
It's no joke.
Did you have any moose encounters? Because Michelle and I, we were driving, I think it was just before kids, maybe a year or two before kids. Michelle and I I think we were in Wyoming or Montana, and we had to stop. We were heading into a small, when you're on those 2-lane roads and it's kind of barren, and then you make a turn, and then here's like the entrance to a very small town.
Yeah.
So
That was me on Friday.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're pulling into a town, the speed limit goes from 55 to 45 to 35 to 25, and then we're rounding a bend, and there's just this giant, like, 4,000-pound moose just standing in them, blocking both lanes. Cars had to stop. You don't get out of your car to try to say, here, moosey, 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 moosey. You don't do,
No.
because moose will F you up as well. But the reason why I bring this up is collision with moose killed a driver.
I mean, a lot of these collisions happen at speed. You
And
see
the
the
pa-
animal the last second.
And the passenger was injured. They hit a moose near the entrance to Alaska's Denali National Park. Michelle, we've been there as well.
Yep.
I would rather hit any Kia at full speed than hit a moose.
Then hit a moose.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, these are
know what?
enormous animals.
They need, some car brand needs to have the moose.
Yeah, like Ford brings back the
moose.
the Excursion, the big one.
You got Ram trucks. How about moose trucks?
Yeah, I'd buy one of those.
Yeah. So how about your we got to get into the RV later
Yeah.
on. So Fester pilfered an RV from his company.
Pilfered. It's an employee benefit.
Whatever. There's an employee RV benefit from Fester's real job
Yeah.
at General RV. Anyway, there's a lot of crap to deal with. So much stuff from vacation. So many things, of course, happen to everyone. We've did you see the story about the high school principal?
No.
This is crazy.
A local story or?
Yeah, local high school principal, Hillsborough County, busted with cocaine and everything just after he got promoted to principal. You can't make this crap
Just
up.
as he gets promoted.
A Florida man, a Florida principal. All right, we'll get into that. There's so much. I can't even begin to mention everything that's going to happen on today. Well, actually, the whole week is going to be all jammed here on the MJ Morning Show. Just getting rolling, 6:11, traffic's on. Let's grab Schreiner with the latest MJ Morning Show back in just a minute. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be taken aback if the story is true. By the way, welcome to all of our MJ Morning Show, MJ TV viewers this morning. Hold on, am I kind of off kilter here? Yeah, let me move my camera over a little bit. I'm a little off center. Hang on, I'm a little off mic now too. All right, I think that's better. Yeah, I think I'm centered up now. All right, new studio. Folks are asking, hey, when are you getting into the new studio? I'm told, hey, Andrew, turn your microphone on. Andrew was here the past 2 weeks. We were not, but I am told that we might be able to start testing the new studio maybe even this week, setting up the microphones and getting the headphone and the microphone sound right. Andrew, what are you hearing on when we might actually make the move into the new studio?
I'm hearing perhaps midweek.
So possibly, well, listen, I'm not moving into that new studio until we do some dry runs, until I make sure that everything works right. The last I heard was our phone system was all frigged up and that we could not rely on the new phone system. Have you heard anything about the new phone system?
I know nothing new from hearing that.
All right. Well, the phones have to work because, obviously, phones are very important to this show. We take a lot of phone calls, and I can't have the phone's all fudged up.
I mean, if you wanted, I could fake all the callers.
Hey, yeah,
stop,
I'm Becky and Brandon.
Stop.
I'd like to say that I think that MJ is terrible and I love Michelle.
Becky and Brandon thinks that MJ's terrible and she loves Michelle?
That MJ gets on my nerves, but I just love Michelle. She's great.
I could be like Zach and Zephyr Hills. Whoever I'm going to be, I'm going to be the same letter as the city.
Oh. So you're going for the alliteration? Is that it?
I always smile when we get an alliteration caller. Well, it's, Willie and Waimama, Sam and St. Pete, Larry and Largo. I I mean, I don't want to say I'm biased towards certain callers, but anytime it's an alliteration caller, I secretly smile on the
Right.
inside.
Do we have a local city that begins with an A? Think of an A.
Auburndale?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Amy the amputee from Auburndale.
Okay.
That's a triple alliteration.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I mean-
You're like extending this.
I mean,
I am.
you know what? If you would have said guess a town with the most amputees per capita, I might have guessed Auburndale. It just sounds like there's people missing limbs out there.
Amy the amputee from Auburndale who recently had an apple removed from her ass. That's sorry.
Carl in Clearwater, I love you.
Right. Carl's bleep fell off.
Oh no. Oh no, poor Carl.
All right, 6:22 at the MJ Morning Show. So we might be able to start testing the new studio later this week. But, also, you know what I found out? Is that they don't have new computers for the new studio. Seriously. So all of the computers, like which run like the audio servers to play all the commercials and the music on the station, all that has to be removed from the old studio and put into the new studio because we didn't have the budget. I mean, what's a freaking computer cost these days? It was $500.
I mean,
Yeah.
Best Buy is we can't get a credit card. We can't get the Best Buy credit card and pay it off with zero interest for like 3 years.
Then also, I think like software licensing and crap. So we've got to, once we make the switch, we've really got to make the switch because this studio is going to be disabled because they've got to take like the brains out of this studio and move it into the new studio. But folks, it is imminent. It is going to happen in short order. It's going to seem like a dream, and I hope that dream does not turn into a technical nightmare as we are about to move to the new, spanking brand new, beautiful MJ Morning Show new studios. There is an item that I saw while we were on vacation, and this just dredged up like this old memory, and I meant to like print out the old story, but it'll be easy to find. Man, this is scary crap. Did you see the dude that was sucked into an MRI machine?
I saw that article and I you know what? That's science and I don't understand it. So
All right. So what
it's not a
That's a terrible
it's not
answer,
a
by
jet
the way.
thing that sucks somebody in. So I don't really understand what happened and what like
stop.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
Michelle,
yeah.
what is the primary driver of an MRI? What is the primary?
Okay,
First of all, what does MRI stand for? The medical device MRI. What does MRI stand for?
Massive radioactive imaging. I don't know. So, I literally don't know anything about that.
I think she got one of the letters right.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean,
I think imaging is
Yeah,
correct.
I think imaging
Yeah.
is correct. Yes.
So
I know they're going to get an image, but I literally just have no idea how this machine functions
Man.
and how this even occurred.
this just makes my skin crawl when I hear these stories. Come on, MRI. If someone gets sucked into the machine, it's not a jet engine. Jet engines, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of because I know we had a story recently about somebody I think getting sucked
Yeah.
into it. That I totally understand. The physical,
Yeah.
like you're just getting
Come on,
pulled right in.
MRI.
I mean, the first thing they tell. Have you ever had an MRI, Michelle?
I don't think so.
You would know. You would know.
You have to make sure that you have nothing blank on your body. Come on.
I mean, this includes piercings.
Oh, like metals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. They ask you. They
Okay,
go,
now I feel like maybe I did do something like that one time.
So if you can't have any metals on your
Yeah.
body, what would the M stand for? What attracts metal?
Look, dude,
It's
you're
magnetic.
literally asking me.
It's magnetic.
Okay,
It's magnetic.
Thank you. I mean, honestly, science is not my thing.
So MRI is what? It's magnetic resonance imaging. Is that
Okay, that's just a lot of science words. Word, move.
Science!
Yes.
I knew the M was
Science!
magnetic. I was surprised to learn just now the I was imaging, and then you, of course, know the R. So, yes, MRI machines. Did I ever tell you about my MRI horror story?
Oh, you have one too?
Yeah.
Is it worse than this
No,
one?
it can't be worse than the one we have over here.
It's not worse
All right.
than this one, but it was.
You go. Well, how do you know what this one is?
Well, you said somebody got sucked into it, and I didn't get sucked into anything. At all.
Oh, you've been sucked into plenty over your lifetime.
Sure. But I went to the MRI machine at Tampa General Hospital,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the guy said, you're about as large of a patient as we can accommodate here. If you don't lose weight, the next MRI, we're gonna have to send you to Gainesville so you could use the equestrian MRI.
Oh, you told us that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Fester told this story on the air like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
a couple pounds heavier back then. And the guy's like, yep, you're about as big as we can handle here. We have to send you to Shands.
This is the sound of them pulling Fester out. Yeah.
I guess the veterinary college at University of Florida has an
In
equine.
Gainesville. They've got a horse MRI.
That's where they send the really fat people for MRIs. I had no
Are
idea.
you serious?
That's what the guy told me.
Hold on. What was the deal? Wasn't there a place locally also for weight that most scales? Was there a point where you had to go to a special scale to get weighed because
I went to a dialysis clinic that you could use that had like a really high limit. Because like when we're doing the Fester 400, right?
Oh, that's
I get to
right.
400
Oh,
pounds.
I forgot about that. The Fester 400, that was what, maybe 15 years ago or so?
Maybe
or
longer than that.
Where
but
Fester was like 350, 360, and we started the Fester 400 to see how quickly Fester could get to 400 pounds. Did you ever make it?
I think I got to like 40.
Oh, 402.
402 might have been
Something
the
like
number.
that.
The top out number.
That's right, Fester. So you did actually hit over 400 pounds.
Arguably the greatest day of my life. But, public scales don't go to 400.
Mm.
And most doctor's office scales don't either. So I had to go to like a dialysis clinic that can people like in wheelchairs can weigh themselves. So you roll the person on, and you subtract the wheelchair. But not
Wow.
with me. I just stepped on it.
Anyway, so Fester,
I had my warning from the MRI.
You
machine.
never had to go to the horse MRI. You were okay with the local MRIs. All right. So this is the terrible MRI story. Family of man sucked into MRI machine speaks out on the heartbreaking incident. This happened up in New York on Long Island.
That's terrible. What happened?
Yeah, the family of a man who died after being sucked into an MRI machine by a large metallic chain around his neck. What do you have, like a Run DMC chain around his neck?
If it were gold, that wouldn't be magnetic.
No,
would
it would not.
He had a fake chain
It
on.
has to be a ferrous metal, right?
Okay, that's a lot of science going on here.
Science! Keith McAllister was tragically killed on July 16th when he went to visit a magnetic resonance imaging facility in Westbury, New York, according to the Nassau County Police Department. Oh, and the family even started a GoFundMe account to help with all the medical aftermath and funeral costs, all that stuff. Yeah. So he was injured. Finally passed away a day after the incident after he was sucked into the machine. I mean, what a crazy, crazy story. The McAllister family and their friends are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of Mr. McAllister, who passed away following a preventable incident at Nassau Open MRI. We asked the public and friends to keep Mr. McAllister's wife, Adrian Jones McAllister, and their entire family in their thoughts and prayers. Anyway, according to the family statement, they and their attorneys are ensuring that all facts surrounding the incident are being investigated by the police. Yeah. When you hear their attorney, they're setting up for a major, major, major lawsuit.
I mean, how does a big necklace get past the tech where their main job is, got anything metal on you?
All right. According to investigators and the family member was lying on the table. I think it was it was either the mother of McAllister or the mother of the wife of McAllister was getting the MRI. The mother was laying on the table for the MRI when the technician left the room to get Mr. McAllister to help lift her up.
Mm-hmm.
And during that moment, the technician allegedly forgot to tell Mr. McAllister to remove the chain around his neck.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. And then apparently he walks into the machine, into the machine room, and the magnet is still like magnetized. And this guy gets pulled. I mean, like, whoom! I mean, gets just yanked and slammed into the machine because of the metal chain around his neck.
I mean, this is a lose-lose situation for everybody. I mean, otherwise he would have been decapitated by the chain.
I mean, just awful.
All right. So if you're on your way to an MRI today.
Can I point something out? It wasn't like a decorative chain.
No.
It was a workout 20-pound metal chain.
See, that I didn't understand either.
So just like I wear that weighted vest when I do my walks, I've got a 5'11" weighted vest with metal plates.
Right.
You know, just to add resistance and weight to increase my effort during my walks. He had a 20-pound workout chain around his neck.
Huh.
You know what? I think I feel less bad for the guy now.
Jeez, my God.
I mean, if he's wearing like, just like a Cuban link chain or something like that, just a thick chain around his neck, and it's not real precious metal, just it's regular metal. I was thinking that's terrible.
God.
But if he's the kind of douchebag walking around with
Hold
20 pounds,
on, that's uncalled for.
I feel less bad for that
is uncalled.
Okay,
Listen, that is uncalled.
I'm taking my mom for an MRI. I'm wearing a workout chain.
He's wearing a workout. Don't call him a douchebag. That's uncalled for.
No, I think it's called for.
It's not called for.
I'm gonna take my old lady for the MRI. Let me wear my workout chain. We're saving it for the gym.
You know what I got to dig up? All right, let me take my break now because we're running late. We've got morons in the news next, but before we get to that, there was what are you laughing at?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing? Hold on to that thought. Hold on to why you're laughing. And then I have a little bit more on the MRI disaster because it reminded me of a story that happened like 10, 15 years ago, also involving an MRI. All right, hold on to that thought. And then I've got a great pile of early morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show as we're back live. That's right. This is Monday, August 4th, 2025. The MJ Morning Show back from vacation. We're live. We'll do it live here on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, if you're All right, here we go. 6:42. It is the MJ Morning Show. First, Michelle, I'm talking about the serious MRI death after another human is sucked into an MRI machine. This was up on Long Island. I think it was just as we were going on vacation is when the story happened. And you were laughing a little. What were you laughing about? I don't think you were laughing about.
No, I wasn't laughing about the story, but I was trying to Google that type of device like that because you were saying like it's a weighted, I don't know, necklace that like so he can walk around and it's kind of like a workout as he's walking around. But when I Googled it, the devices that come up on Amazon aren't that. They look like something out of a sex dungeon.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Like a whole head
Hold on.
harness. And
wait a minute. You went on Amazon to
no,
look?
I didn't go on Amazon. I Googled it, and Amazon always comes up as one of your top 5 choices of what to see.
You Googled metal workout chain?
Yeah. I was like, weighted necklace, whatever. And there are
and like dominatrix equipment comes up?
Yeah, exactly. So that you can like attach chains to Velcroed belts around your head and then like lift weights so that I see what like some of it is so your back stays straight.
Sounds like a restraint device in like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That's what they look like, honestly. I'm like, so I don't know what the guy was wearing. Was he just wearing a necklace? Because then the other thing that came up was just necklaces that like have a big weight thing on it, like to be like, I'm a workout dude. Kind of thing, like an emblem.
If you're just tuning in.
See? Like what Fester's looking at.
If you're just, oh man, look at that.
Right. Was it just one of those?
I mean, it sounds like there's other ones that are like plastic coated chain link that have like 20 pounds to them. I mean,
you know what? I think I've seen like the weight discs that you put on barbells.
Yes.
I think I've seen like people working out that have had those like hanging around their neck.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. So if you're just tuning in, we had an item in the last segment, and I've been waiting to talk about this because this horrifies me. And one of the reasons probably is a story that stuck with me, and I thought it might have been like 10, 15 years ago. No, 24 years ago. And, You know when you have a story when you hear something and it makes such an impression that you think about it, you remember it, or if your memory's jarred, you suddenly have like total full recall and recollection. And that's what happens to me with these MRI stories. So if you're just joining us, we were just talking last segment about a 61-year-old guy passed away. He went to an MRI center to assist a relative. And I guess the MRI tech needed help getting the elderly relative out of the machine, but the tech did not have this 61-year-old man take off a 20-pound weighted workout chain around his neck. And this is horrifying. He was sucked into the machine, like slammed into the machine at breakneck speed. I mean, literally, like I think it broke his neck. I can't even fathom this. And this is from CNN. A man died last week after being pulled into an MRI machine by a large metallic chain police said he was wearing around his neck, highlighting the importance of checking for any metallic objects before going near the powerful magnets used in medical imaging machines. Oh, my. I mean, you can't even wrap your head around this thing, although the guy's head apparently was wrapped around the MRI.
You could actually wrap your head around it pretty well.
Well, that's exactly what happened. I'm sorry for taking the low road here, folks. So he was taken to the hospital, critical condition, and then the next day he was deceased. What a freaking story. So I did a quick little Google search during the commercial break, and this is a story from 2001. This story made such an impression upon me, so we clearly did this on the MJ Morning Show back in 2001. July 31st, 2001, so like 24 years ago, and this is tragic. I remember this hit me hard. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
I mean, it's really the wrong words.
Well, because this is even worse than the 61-year-old guy. A 6-year-old boy was in an MRI, and some bonehead left one of those huge standing metal oxygen canisters in the room. Are you freaking kidding me?
That's just the wrong place to leave those canisters.
A 6-year-old boy died after undergoing an MRI exam at a New York area hospital. What is it with New York? When the machine's powerful magnet field jerked a metal oxygen tank across the room and it slammed into the kid. I mean, who leaves a metal oxygen canister in an MRI room? I mean, that is the dumbest thing you could possibly do. The force of the device's 10-ton magnet is about 30,000 times as strong as the Earth's magnetic field and 200 times stronger than a common refrigerator magnet. Yeah. The canister, it slammed into a 6-year-old. I mean, so that story made such an impact on me. It's a poor choice of words, but I don't know what else to say.
Impression? Such an impression on you?
And 24 years later, I still remember that freaking story. Unbelievable. All right, early morons in the news here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, where do we begin? Can you imagine the amount of morons that I've amassed over I can't even get to them all.
What a busy 2 weeks. I mean, I know we had a vacation time, and I feel it was very well deserved, but man, a lot of things happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is out of the Village's News.
I mean, what are those old geezers doing for the last 2 weeks that we missed? God.
So, Village's News, this is not only a moron in the news, this is a pervert in the news. A guy snuck through a window and had sex with a teenage girl. Carlos Manuel Maldonado, 22, of Wildwood. For those that don't know exactly where Wildwood is where I-75 and the Florida Turnpike fork off. Maybe I shouldn't say fork off.
It's where they connect, where they get together.
Exactly.
I remember one time I was driving up 75 and I didn't know exactly where I was. This is before everybody had a map in their hand. And I pull over at a Wendy's at an exit, and I go, where am I?
Very funny you bring up Wendy's. I have a Wendy's story.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a coincidence.
Yeah, very coincidental.
But I pull over at the Wendy's off the exit, and I go, what town are we in? And the clerk behind the counter, I've never forgot this. She's like, you in Wildwood? I was like, what? She's like, you in Wildwood? And I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, wow. And I was like, and I left not knowing where I am. I was like, that helped me
Wow.
zero.
Wow.
Wow.
WHYWUH. Why?
No D in
Wow. You're in
wow. She almost yelled it, like barked it at me, like I should have known that I'm in wow. And I've always remembered.
You dumb fat ass. You're in Wildwood.
She meant Wildwood.
Wildwood.
And I don't think I've ever stopped since. But
In Wildwood?
just keep going. Ocala's not far away.
Yeah, so it's not a good idea to be a 22-year-old male and then crawl into the window of a 14-year-old girl.
How does this fall on the villages?
Well, because it's not just like octogenarians in the villages. I mean, you have people of all ages in the villages.
When you said a village is pervert, I was expecting some 85-year-old flasher or something. This guy's a legitimate creep.
Jerry Wang, a flasher by the name of Jerry Wang. Now, this is Carlos Manuel Maldonado, sentenced to 2 years in prison, pleaded no contest to lewd and lascivious conduct. Oh, by the way, he was given credit for 253 days that he's already served in jail. Yeah, the mother of a 14-year-old girl called the cops after she learned that Maldonado was having extracurricular activities with her daughter at 14 years old. The mother reported that while she was at work, Maldonado snuck in through the window and proceeded to have sex with the teen in a bathroom. Yeah. How does he only get 2 years for that? How's that? How do you only get 2 years? 22-year-old guy. He was 20 at the time. How do you only get 2 years for having relations with a 14-year-old girl? That seems light.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, Fester, something's on your mind. Do I want to hear this?
No, you don't. I mean, this Maldonado guy, he's a creep. He's a disgusting person. What else do you say about this?
All right, then we have a Wendy's story, Fester.
Okay, now I'm listening.
So you were at a Wendy's when the lady told you were in Wildwood?
At the time, the Wendy's was the only thing at the exit. I mean, I'm sure now it's built up, significantly. This is my, but.
So Wildwood has been built up? There's more stuff in Wildwood?
I would imagine.
There's no Buc-ee's in Wildwood.
Not yet. I mean,
there's one in Ocala, though, right?
It's being built in Ocala.
Oh, so it's not open yet.
No, it's not open yet.
All right. Wendy's, this is insane. Wendy's manager shoots and kills a man arriving to take an employee home. So you've got a person shows up to pick up an employee working at the Wendy's, and the manager ends up shooting and killing that guy. What the hell? This is in Tennessee.
Don't we have the recording?
You already have that.
I thought you said I didn't have to worry about that anymore.
I don't know.
And I think somebody sent in something nice with the both of you doing it.
Yeah, they did.
Like with some music.
That's the recording.
Right.
And there was the edited version.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew, where's my tennis? I don't know.
We need that on the front page bar.
Hang on, page 22 bottom. Up here it is. Tennessee. Yeah. Tennessee. All right, that's enough of that. So a Wendy's manager in Tennessee accused of shooting and killing another man after a fight broke out between them at a fast food Wendy's location in Memphis, Tennessee. Darrell Bowers, 37, charged with first-degree murder, according to court records. The fight is said to have broken out on Monday because, this is last Monday, an employee wanted to leave her shift early, according to the Memphis police. As officers were on the way to the scene, they received additional reports that a shot had been fired. So, guy goes to pick up an employee at Wendy's who wanted to leave early. The manager did not want the employee to leave early, and this culminates in a fight, and the manager ends up shooting the guy.
I mean,
what the hell?
I guess you don't leave early if your ride is shot.
God.
I mean,
there goes that early departure.
Yeah, I mean, you punch
the
back.
bus is coming.
Punch back in.
The employee wanted to leave the shift early, called this man to pick her up, and then when she arrived, the manager and the man picking up the employee started fighting, and it culminated with the manager shooting and killing this employee's ride.
And no facts as to what the fight was over?
Hey, probably about the person leaving.
Because
Because of that.
The manager did not want the employee to leave early, and it escalated. My God.
I mean, if I'm coming down to the Wendy's to pick you up, Michelle,
So
Yeah.
I don't care what time your shift's over. I'm here now. You're leaving now.
punches were thrown, and then the manager pulls out a gun. And you know what I've learned over the last year?
Yeah.
How many fast food workers at the restaurant are carrying guns?
Yeah.
We've had multiple shootings, employees shooting at customers and stuff.
You don't want to get lippy at a fast food place.
God, what a mess.
No.
That's why we call it Morons in the News here on the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, Michelle, I teased this earlier. We just didn't get around to it. Michelle, you're going to be very, very disappointed in something. It's media related. This is somebody that you really like in media, and you're going to be very disappointed at this. Yep. And also a major drink recall. This is a brand I think everyone knows. Oopsies, got a little problem. So which major drink brand has a big recall going on? Oh, and you got to hear the bat story. This is bat crap crazy. Insanity. All next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Plan B Air Conditioning is at the ready. Listen, while we were on vacation, we had that day where we hit 100 degrees in Tampa. Did you see that story? I did. Fester, you saw that, right?
Yeah, first time ever, right?
I believe, yeah, first time ever.
First time in modern history.
But, they use the airport. There's a weather station sensor at the airport, but I've heard some say that maybe the airport sensor runs too high because of, the jet exhaust and, just it might be inherently hotter at the airport anyway.
It sounds like the biggest conspiracy theory ever. But the airport's a pretty big place.
But seriously, and then, of course, a lot of pavement, and, the ramps and the runways and all that crap. Anyway, 100-degree day in Tampa. It's been a hot-ass summer. If your air conditioning breaks, who do you call? You call Plan B Air Conditioning. 813-PLAN-BAC. Listen, the bottom line is if you have any air conditioning problem, you want a company you can trust, and that's Plan B Air Conditioning. Mention me, MJ, get 10% off. They put a whole new system in my house because mine was shot, couldn't even be repaired at a good price, and they were fantastic. Highly recommend Plan B Air Conditioning, folks, for any air conditioning problem. 813-PLAN-BAC or planbairconditioning.com, and tell them that MJ sent you. International Diamond Center. By now, folks, you know that this is a jewelry gem here in Tampa Bay. Right now, check this out. International Diamond Center is giving away free trips for the entire month of August, and this is amazing. It's the IDC Summer Romance with romantic getaways for everyone. We're talking about nice stuff. 3 days in a fabulous city, 4 nights on a luxury cruise, or 5 days at an all-inclusive tropical resort. It's happening right now. It's through the end of August on practically every purchase. For example, you spend $3,500 at IDC now, you'll get a fabulous piece of jewelry, and IDC gives you a 3-day getaway to one of over a dozen romantic cities. You spend $5,000 at IDC, they'll give you a 3 to 4 night cruise for 2, including port fees and taxes. If you spend $10K or more on anything, you'll get 5 nights at a luxury Rio all-inclusive resort. I mean, don't miss this amazing offer. It's exclusively at IDC. Get something beautiful, get amazing jewelry, and get an amazing getaway. Now through August 31st at IDC, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, Sarasota, and tell them that MJ sent you. So as summer is, getting ready to come to a close for many people, and a lot of folks look at, when school starts up, if it's not the official end of summer, that doesn't happen until September. But, for many, when school goes back, and school starts for most systems next week. Yeah,
1 week from today.
Yeah, so next Monday, school opens for, most of the kids in the Tampa Bay area. And that really is, for a lot of people, summer's over. Well, guess what? If your house got trashed during the summer, if the carpets got all stained and nasty, well, get them cleaned. Get the carpets cleaned from Zero Res for a limited time. When you get 2 rooms of carpet cleaned and mention me, MJ, they'll give you 2 rooms free. That's a BOGO, baby. That is a zero-res BOGO. Buy 2 rooms of carpet cleaning, get 2 rooms of carpet cleaned totally free. Right now at Zero Res. Go to ZeroResTampaBay.com. You can book online or you can just call them up. Make sure you mention the MJ Morning Show for the BOGO deal. Buy 2 rooms of carpet cleaning, get 2 free. ZeroResTampaBay.com and tell them MJ sent you. Traffic's on. Oh, my God, it's 7 o'clock. Holy crap, are we running late? All right, hang on. Back in a second.
We had it early.
I have the cringe story probably of the week. It's only Monday. We're back live. We're back from vacation. And I think I can say I have the cringe. I don't know how it gets cringier than this. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. The 2 things that I just teased. Michelle, you're going to be very, very disappointed. Who is your new favorite network news guy?
Oh, the llama.
the llama. Michelle calls Tom Yamas, who's the new NBC Nightly News guy. Yeah, Michelle calls him the llama, because his name is LLAMAS, Tom Yamas. Of course, the double L in Espanol, Yamas,
If he had a really long neck, that would be funny.
You don't think he looks like a llama?
No, he doesn't look like a llama. he's an attractive guy. I mean,
actually, he is.
You know,
I do like watching him because he is quite hot.
He's a good-looking guy. Listen, I'm comfortable with my masculinity. I can identify a good-looking guy.
I think he's hotter than the other three that you have the option to wash.
You
right?
You think he's hotter than your husband?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I think all of
oh no!
That's a little uncomfortable all of a sudden.
and obvious. I think all of the network newscasters are more attractive than him. All of them.
All right, so
Lester Holt's more attractive than
you've
you.
got David Muir over on ABC.
Yeah.
And then Tom Yamas took over for Lester Holt on NBC Nightly News. I know that people's like media and news consumption, it's not quite what it used to be. And for those that don't know, the network newscasts begin at 6:30. You know, you had Lester Holt on NBC at 6:30 after Channel 8's local news at 6. Then on ABC Action News, you know, after Dennis Phillips and Wendy Ryan do their thing, you know, then David Muir comes on at 6:30 with the ABC World News Tonight. I think that sounds something like this. And then like this. All right. So CBS, I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. Anyway, so Michelle likes Tom Yamas, calls him the llama. And Michelle will say, hey, let's get a recap of the national news. Let's put on the llama. So, you know, and even if it's like 8 o'clock at night, I have it DVR'd. I've got the TiVo rolling. And, oh, my, Michelle, our TiVo, you realize, is 10 years old now? When that dies, I think we're going to YouTube TV. Yeah, Julian.
I don't know why we're not on YouTube TV already.
Well,
I mean, honestly.
Seriously, they save everything.
I think I'm going to be the next Spectrum cable cutter because Julian's been pushing us for a while. I'm like, dude, I'll tell you what. When my TiVo dies, and I got to use the cable card and all that crap, and they keep raising the price of my cable card. They're like, Spectrum's like tempting me. They're like, hey, quit us.
We dare you to leave.
Well, they keep raising my price. I mean, hello. So I think YouTube TV is probably in our future. As soon as our TiVo dies, that's when I'll make the switch. Anyway, so Michelle, you might be upset at this. Tom Yamas apparently is really rubbing the NBC Nightly News staffers the wrong way. He's got a very challenging, I guess, in-your-face management style. After Lester Holt was so laid back. Lester Holt apparently was just easy peasy, and apparently Tom Yamas is apparently a bitch on wheels or something.
He needs to be.
Maybe like MJ circa 1997.
That's what I'm thinking. Look, the dude wants to win. He's been given a tough gig, and you know, look, they've had a few incidents. When we watch it, there's always a mistake somewhere, and I'm like, what is he going to be yelling about now at 7:01?
Yamas's aggressive, hands-on approach since jumping into the anchor chair last month has upset some of the rank and file after a decade of Lester Holt's laid-back style. So I'm guessing that Lester Holt didn't snap and start screaming or, you know, throwing microphones at staffers.
He doesn't look like the snap kind. He looks like the kind of guy just kind of strolls in, reads the news. If you want to go with it, let's go with it.
Tom Yamas, who just took over NBC Nightly News from Lester Holt, his management style has been extremely challenging on some of the team, according to a staffer.
I don't know.
Yep.
I always feel a way when I hear about these stories of, you know, high-profile people or people with their names on the show being tough to work with, and I'm like, that's the gig, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's their show, and
if you can't stand the heat, get out of the tool shed.
Tool sheds are very hot.
They are.
Very few of them are air conditioned,
especially August in Florida. Very hot tool shed out back.
You know, but okay, he has a high standard for what he describes as success, and which is probably what the network describes as success too.
The cringy story coming up in a second. Maybe the cringiest story of the week already on a Monday. In a moment. Don't move. I'll tell you in a second. First, though, a big drink recall. How do you screw this up? Celsius drinks, High Noon 12-packs recalled for undeclared alcohol. Empty Celsius cans were mistakenly shipped to a High Noon facility. Holy crap. The affected drinks include Celsius Astro Vibe and Sparkling Blue Raz. Or
Is
are those two? I'm sorry, I'm not a Celsius drinker.
Celsius is a bunch of flavors.
Yeah, Chloe was into that for a while, and I had to tell her to knock it off. What was the deal with Chloe and Celsius?
I don't know.
Celsius is like an energy drink, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not into the energy drinks, folks. I mean, they're just sugar and calories and the caffeine. And,
you know what, dude? You don't need it, so.
Yeah, I don't need an energy. I've got plenty of energy.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, but this is problematic. Some drink packs being recalled after Celsius Astro Vibe energy drink cans were mistakenly filled with vodka seltzer. I mean, can you imagine? What if you had drunk a bunch of these things thinking it's non-alcoholic, and then you're pulled over for DUI? Would that be a legitimate defense?
Officer, I was just drinking the Astro Vibe. A terrible name for a drink.
Yeah.
Astro Vibe.
Yeah, that's awful.
I mean, until it's not a terrible name.
Astro Vibe. It's like Astro Glide.
All right, listen.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the stuff at P. Diddy's place?
I want you to drink enough of these until you get the Astro Vibe, and you call me back.
Astro Vibe Celsius. What is that?
I need the Astro Glide because I have the Astro Vibe.
I gotta admit, if I pick up a Gatorade, I'll read the flavor it's supposed to be, trying to imagine what it tastes like. Like I think I had one recently that was like a cucumber lime Gatorade.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Chloe had that in the fridge. I took a sip of that.
Yeah.
She loves that flavor.
And it tasted like cucumber and lime.
Oh yeah, she likes that one.
What does Astro Vibe taste like?
I'm reading about it.
I have no idea.
I think it's blue raspberry flavor.
It tells me, why'd you call it blue raspberry flavor?
New Gatorade vodka vibe. What do you think?
So is this this isn't, I mean, it's Celsius's problem now.
By the way, the reason why I'm doing this also is we're one of the states that were under the recall. So the recall affects 2 production lots of High Noon Beach variety packs where cans of Celsius Astro Vibe sparkling blue raz drinks with a silver top were mistakenly filled with vodka seltzer. The affected lots were sold in Florida, Michigan, New York, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Virginia, and Wisconsin.
Are they in the same bottling facility? I mean, does the same can maker?
Sounds like it to me. High Noon Beach variety packs, and then all the lot. I'm not going to read all the damn lot codes, but I could see where this would be a problem. Customers who have products in the affected lot codes should dispose of them without drinking.
Or drink them when you're home.
Listen, here's the answer to your question. The mistake happened after a shared packaging supplier mistakenly shipped empty Celsius cans to High Noon. So, which were filled and included in the variety packs.
Does nobody in the High Noon line say,
hey, can you see? Hey, that doesn't look like a, I'm thinking like Laverne and Shirley where all the bottles are going by in the old Laverne and Shirley show when I was like 8 years old. So you can't see that you've got Celsius cans going by. They're not High Noon cans.
I'm looking at the can. The can is white also, primarily white, where all the High Noons are white. But still, man, come on. You work in the factory. You should know what's going on.
I wonder if any of the cans are going to show up on eBay as collector's items. Who the hell knows? Anyway, heads up on that. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the cringe story of the day? All right. Cringe story of the week. This could be the cringe story of the month. A bat flew into a woman's mouth.
Oh, no.
And now she's in... Look at Michelle. Hey, grab Michelle's camera. Look. Oh,
that's just so nasty sounding.
A bat flew into a woman's mouth. This is out in Arizona. She has already racked up over $21,000 in medical bills because the bat flew into her mouth.
Well, did it stay there? Didn't she spit it out?
Like almost immediately?
Yeah. So it happened. It happened in Arizona. I think the woman was from Massachusetts, but this happened in Arizona, and the woman who was bitten by the bat has now racked up over 21 grand in medical bills. This is a freak accident. So this woman, Erica Khan, was vacationing in northern Arizona. She had recently lost her job. Man, things are just not going her way.
No.
She recently lost her job as a biomedical engineer. She traveled to Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, right? This is nuts. She was taking pictures of the night sky when a bat got caught between her camera and her face, and the bat ended up in her mouth.
Oh, no.
This is a bat crap crazy story. She said it was kind of dark out. We were out on a cliff, so I was looking down at my camera. I really didn't see it coming. When it got tangled between my face and the camera, it was probably just a few seconds, but it felt like longer. While there are highly effective drugs for rabies, you realize that can be fatal if not treated. And, she didn't have symptoms, but she did get rabies care.
Well, because right.
I mean, I think you have to.
You have to.
I think you have to assume the worst, because, I mean, look at Cujo. Look what happened to Cujo. Cujo got bitten by a bat, and it turned into that raving maniac, foaming, frothing dog under the porch.
I mean, did bats get a bad rap because of Cujo? I don't know.
After Khan lost her job, she declined to pay her former employer's insurance for $650 a month through Cobra. Oh, man. She should have done that.
She's going to do a GoFundMe page now with all the Ozzy fans in memoriam.
Yeah,
Fester.
Right? That's right. That's a good one.
Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. I'm going to help this lady who bit a bat.
Oh, that's right. Did
I was always the legend.
Did that ever really happen?
I don't know.
Ozzy really bite the head? I mean, I've always heard that. We've always heard, and again, Ozzy Osbourne died while we were on vacation. Rest in peace, Ozzy.
All right, so I have some audio of the...
Do you have Bat Lady?
Victim? Bat Lady?
Yeah, Bat Woman.
Do we have the Batman play music? Na 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 na.
We actually do.
Do we really?
Yeah, I haven't loaded for something else actually.
Oh wow!
I do have the Ozzy answer for you though.
All right, go ahead.
In fact, it was a real bat because a fan threw it up on stage, and Ozzy thought it was a fake prop bat. So he bit the head off, and he realized it was a real bat when the blood went down.
Oh, God!
And then guess what? He had to undergo a series of painful rabies shots.
Oh, really? Ozzy Osbourne? Really?
That's what AI says.
Batwoman. So this is also a cautionary lesson. She's in her mid-30s.
Sure.
And she said, hey, I'm pretty healthy. I'm just going to roll the dice on not having health insurance after she lost her health insurance and had the opportunity to buy. You can get Cobra, for it's like 18 months or something, or something like that.
It's like triple the cost of what your employer already rakes you over for.
Well, because your employer subsidizes typically some of your health insurance, and with Cobra rates are generally very, very high. So she thought that she'd roll the dice. I'm healthy, and she didn't bank on a bat flying into her mouth on vacation in Arizona.
So here she is. She was interviewed by NBC News.
Oh, my God. I roll that. Let me hear it.
Thought that one would fly into my face.
She was in the middle of taking a picture of the sky when she says a bat flew right into her face and got stuck between her mouth and the camera. Her natural reaction was to scream.
And it went into my mouth,
making her scream even more.
It was a freak accident. I'm not sure what part of the bat was there, but there was definitely I got a taste of it. It was pretty gross. And it tastes a little earthy, a little sweet, if you're wondering.
She spat the bat out and it flew away. Khan says she wasn't bitten, but her dad, who was a doctor, told her she needed to go to the hospital right away to get a rabies shot. The problem is Khan says she didn't have health insurance, saying she lost her job a couple months before the incident.
There we go. All right. So,
you know what would have been cheaper than her Cobra was buying trip insurance for just this trip. And then she would have been covered.
Hey, right. Is that the cringiest damn thing?
That is disgusting.
I know. You should have seen your face when I did the big reveal on this.
Do you see bats out locally?
I
see bats every night.
You
do?
Yeah. When I do my later night walks.
Every night I see bats.
Yeah. I'll see bats in the neighborhood. Absolutely.
It's like right at dusk. It's like a 15-minute window.
Yep.
Like when it's not light or dark, that weird little time, and the bats are out.
They're flying around?
Yep, I see them flapping all over. And I hear they are the number one mosquito repellent.
When we get back, We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Actually, we always give you more. It's never less. It's never exact. You always get more than an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. When we get back with school about to start next Monday, we've got a principal who will not be principaling. I mean, just getting a promotion, holy crap. What did a Hillsborough County principal do to be kicked out of his new principal gig?
Before it ever started.
All right, this is unfreaking believable. A week away from school, and holy crap, what did a local principal in Hillsborough County do? This is a high school, well-known high school. It's like, oh my God. All right, we'll lead with that next, and plus there's 100 other things. We got a ton of crap. Don't miss it. It's going to be a loaded segment. We are back live, back from vacation. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM at 720. If you're looking for the best Ford deal in town, if you're looking for the best treatment in town, if you're looking for the best service in town, it does not get better than Veterans Ford. In fact, I was speaking to Lorenzo yesterday on Saturday, actually. I was speaking to Lorenzo on Saturday about, there's this new Mustang that's coming out, this the GD. Anyway, there's this Mustang, and it's like a $300,000 plus Mustang. And Jay Leno just had one delivered by the Ford CEO, and I was like, hey, you going to get one of these cars? Anyway, folks, bottom line, if you're looking for the best Ford deal in town, you want Veterans Ford. How does this work? You go to Veterans Ford and you tell them that MJ sent you and you want the MJ deal. No other Ford dealer is going to beat a Veterans Ford price. Whether you want an F-150, you want a car, you want an SUV, whatever. Whatever Ford you want, you go to Veterans Ford, tell them MJ sent you, you want the MJ deal. No other Ford dealer in town will touch it. No other Ford dealer in town will beat an MJ deal at Veterans Ford. Veterans Expressway and Linebaugh, and tell them that I sent you. MJ Morning Show. When it's move time, it's two college brothers time. I don't want you to have a terrible experience. And listen, it's happened. I've had people say, hey, yeah, I should have taken your advice. I mean, I've gotten calls, I've gotten emails, I've gotten direct messages, people that, either after the fact they heard me do commercials for two college brothers, or they went with a different company. I've heard the horror stories, folks. Don't have a moving horror story. Go with two college brothers moving and storage. Listen, there's a reason why they have over 1,100 five-star reviews. How do you get that many great reviews if you're a moving company? Well, I'll give you a hint. You got to do a good job at a good price. Yeah, you don't get that many five-star reviews if you don't do a killer job. Get a great quote and get, more importantly, a great move with two college brothers. Mention me, MJ, get free moving boxes. They'll drop them off at your house. twocollegebrothers.com, the smartest move you'll ever make. At 7:22, traffic's on. Let's grab Schreiner, MJ Morning Show, back in a sec. Morning Show is back. From John, he wrote a DM to me. Canceled? MJ, is the show canceled? Reruns for 2 weeks now. Yes, we took a 2-week summer vacation. Michelle, I've almost always taken a 2-week summer vacation, right? You know, historically?
Yes.
I don't think we took one last year, but traditionally we take a 2-week summer
I think we might have done 1 and 1 last year. I think we did we? Sometimes we'll take 1 week and 1 week. Sometimes I'll take 1 week and then 2 weeks. Listen, I'm transparent. I get 6 weeks of vacation a year. You know, after over 30 years in Tampa Bay radio, I've earned it.
Okay.
I get 6 weeks of vacation a year. And Michelle, did I take all 6 weeks last year?
I don't think so.
I think I left like almost a week on the table last year.
And the week before, or the year before.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't taken the 6 weeks every year,
Yeah,
but I tell you, I mean, we take 2 weeks at the end of the year, Christmas time, New Year's time.
Yeah.
And we take 2 weeks in the summer, and then maybe a week in the spring or the fall.
I did go scuba diving in the Philippines in March, and I did take 2 weeks in March as well.
All right, maybe you will take 6 weeks this year.
So, John, no, the show is not canceled. We are here. We're back live here on Monday, August 4th, 2025. Now, the radio industry is a very shaky spot. I mean, we could be fired tomorrow.
That is some balls to fire us and then play repeats for 2 weeks, though, I will say. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, we were not fired. However, we could be fired at any time because the radio industry is just a very, very shaky place these days. Hey, listen, this show was #1 April, May, and June. Persons 25 to 54 in the Nielsen ratings. We were #1 in April, #1 in May, #1 in June. You know, when the July numbers come out like in a week, we could suck bleep. All right, we could be number 15. I mean, who the hell knows with the way the ratings work? But hey, listen, we'll take 3 months in a row at #1. But I'm just letting you know that in upcoming months we could just suck, and who knows.
I'll take a number 5 finish and 2 weeks vacation every month.
Oh, by the way, I didn't even use the Batman audio that I pulled. So you brought up the Oz when we did the Bat Lady in the last segment, folks. If you missed this, awful story. This lady from Massachusetts was on vacation in Arizona. She's out at night and she's taking pictures of the night sky, and a bat flew into her mouth, and she had to undergo all kinds of medical treatments to the tune of over 21 grand now. And I pulled the Batman because I wanted to do Bat Mouth. So I didn't even get to pull off the joke. Bat Mouth. Bat Mouth. Bat Mouth. Anyway.
You always knew when it was a good episode with the Batgirl because right at the end.
Oh, she drove by in the little scooter. On the motorcycle. Right?
Commissioner Gordon's daughter. Nobody saw that coming.
Hey, speaking of health issues, did you see Justin Timberlake announce that he has Lyme disease?
Don't you get that from ticks?
I'll tell you what. Let me tell you what I did. We were up north because, well, listen, it's no secret. Michelle, I can say where we were because, I posted pizza video, right?
We were in Connecticut.
I don't need to say exactly where, but we were up in Connecticut, and suddenly, after I saw the Justin Timberlake story, while we're in Connecticut, and Connecticut's a prime place, I think, in fact, isn't Lyme disease named for Lyme, Connecticut? I think it is.
It might be.
So,
I've always heard it's named for a place.
We're in freaking Connecticut last week, and then, holy crap, the Justin Timberlake story comes out, how he was bitten by a tick and has now come down with Lyme disease. And I'm in Connecticut, and now I'm suddenly scratching my head. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm getting all the heebie-jeebies. I'm feeling my own head for ticks. Yeah, Lyme disease is named after the town of Lyme, Connecticut, where it was first identified in 1975. A cluster of cases of arthritis and other symptoms were reported in the town.
Isn't that like the worst thing to happen to like the Chamber of Commerce?
Lyme.
It's like being from like Herpes, Florida. Well, it was first discovered here. Welcome to herpes.
I'm from explosive diarrhea, Arizona.
Yeah, right. I mean, this is the worst thing to happen to Lyme, Connecticut. Name a terrible disease after your town.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in school in New York, in the grade school, we took a trip to Fire Island. And they said, be careful of the ticks because the ticks give you Lyme disease.
I was always told of something else.
Yeah, well, we went during the day.
At Fire Island, be very careful of the guys in Speedos trying to pick you up.
He might have said, he might have said ticks. It could have been a couple of, change one letter, and you got to watch out for that at Fire Island, too.
So the news broke about Justin Timberlake, and suddenly I'm up in Connecticut when this thing happened. Here's the People magazine report. I think they were the first to actually report this.
Is this news like that?
Justin Timberlake waited months for Lyme disease diagnosis. Wife Jessica Biel could tell he wasn't himself. A family source told People that the Grammy winner's diagnosis has brought clarity to a series of unexplained issues. Jessica Biel has been incredibly supportive. Hey, do you remember, Michelle, what was our connection to Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
What was our relationship to Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake?
I don't know. You tell me. You remember for me.
We sat in the exact spot that they were sitting.
Or like some fancy restaurant or something? Or some taxi cab or something.
You're getting warmer, getting warmer, Fester.
I think you were like in some third world Caribbean country.
We were not in a third world.
The guy's
Michelle.
like, hey man, Justin Timberlake sat there last week.
No.
I obviously was not that impressed.
No, we were on the Amalfi Coast. We were in Italy.
The third world of Europe, yes.
Remember we hired you. You found a car.
Oh yeah, driver.
The driver. You found a driver and like a little Mercedes, little man.
No, it was recommended. Myra recommended it.
Whatever. So we hired, and he was really reasonable. Remember?
Yeah.
It was a couple of $100 for a guy to pick us up at like the ferry.
Yep.
And then he drove us around the Amalfi Coast and Positano for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And it was really reasonable. But remember what he told us.
I guess that he was touring them like the week before or something.
The week before, in that very vehicle, he had Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel. That would have been like when was that? 2018, 2019, somewhere in there?
When Chloe was 12.
Oh, so it was longer. I'm
telling you, that taxi driver, he tells that story to everybody. Oh, you're American. Justin Timberlake was there last week.
Stop.
Give me the tip.
Yeah, so Justin Timberlake getting a ton of support after the news broke. Announced Lyme disease diagnosis on social media. This was last Thursday. This is on July 31st. And a source told People that it's brought Timberlake clarity once he was diagnosed. I guess he was having all kinds of like nerve pains. He believed the fatigue and the pain he'd been experiencing on the road was just, part of getting older, being back on tour. But no, they tested him and they discovered that he had Lyme disease. He's not 20 anymore, but when his symptoms worsened, he realized that something deeper was going on. He pushed through the months before finally getting answers. The Lyme disease diagnosis brought clarity to a series of unexplained issues. Biel, Jessica, 43, felt like something was off with her husband's health and encouraged him to get checked out. She could tell that he wasn't himself. She was incredibly supportive. So Justin Timberlake diagnosed with Lyme and also a thing in a box.
Yeah.
Also a DUI.
That's right. The Sag Harbor or the Long Island DUI deal. Absolutely.
He needs to get out of New England, man.
Yeah.
Nothing good's happening for him.
Well, Long Island, that's not New England,
It's Montauk. It's way out there.
But it's still not.
It all feels the same.
It was Sag Harbor, I think. I don't think it was. Montauk's the last part of Eastern Long Island. All right. So I wish Justin Timberlake the best. But seriously, us just being up in Connecticut, and I didn't wear a baseball hat, and I did call in the show, and I was sitting under a tree outside of the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, your mind races. So last week I called in live to talk about the Sardos deal with Henry Winkler. And, oh, my God, was that amazing?
That was incredible.
We'll get to that in a second. So we're at a hotel up in Connecticut, and I walked outside, and they had like some picnic benches and everything, and I was underneath this wooded area. I didn't even think about a potential Lyme-infected tick falling out of a tree and, nesting itself in my head and boring in and giving me Lyme. But then the Justin Timberlake story breaks. I'm like, oh, man, I'm doing like a head check. I'm like, oh, my God, hopefully no ticks have embedded. But that's just scary crap when you think about that. All right, so moving on to Henry Winkler. Unbelievable. What an event on Friday night. If you haven't seen the video, folks, in fact, have you seen Henry give a shout out?
I saw some of your photos.
Yeah.
I saw some still. I didn't go into. You scroll through Instagrams, you see the stills.
Yeah.
I saw that you met him.
I posted a video.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Well, go to my Instagram. Bring up my Instagram. I'll play the audio.
Why was he in town?
Comic-Con 2025.
Dude, he was in town for Comic-Con.
Okay, I was out of town.
I know.
I know. You missed it, Fester. It was so much fun.
That's awesome.
Chasing bison at Yellowstone. I get it.
It's all right.
So,
it's all the same.
Henry Winkler, the Fonz, also Gene, the acting coach on Barry. Have you seen Barry?
I saw a couple of episodes of it, and then I put it down.
Oh, Barry's great. Barry with Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live fame. And then Henry Winkler plays an acting coach by the name of Gene. And just phenomenal. So from the Fonz to Gene and all, Waterboy.
The football coach from Waterboy, that's right.
Plus, he's got this history channel. It's like, what is the name of the show? I haven't seen it, but 100 people have said, oh, man, you got to watch Henry Winkler's new History Channel show.
Hazardous History.
Yeah, it's called Hazardous History on the History Channel, and people say that that's fantastic. And Henry Winkler is the host of that. Let me tell you right now, this dude is going to be 80 in October. I found out that Henry Winkler's birthday is the same as my dad's.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad's birthday is coming up in October. On the 30th, same thing with Henry Winkler. He's going to be 80 years old. You would have no idea. The guy is totally sharp, totally with it. What a nice guy. I mean, Henry Winkler, unbelievable. So the story's crazy. Santos Sardo, who is Super Sardo from Sardo's Pizza on Ulmerton in Largo.
Yeah, we love the guy.
So Sardo had a friend, and he made a mention about Henry Winkler, and he's come to town for the Comic-Con, and a friend said, hey, I know somebody. Let me see if I can make an arrangement for you to meet him. Anyway, the publicist for Henry Winkler put together a deal because Henry Winkler, Donnie Most, who played Ralph Malph, and then Anson Williams, who played Potsy on Happy Days,
right?
They were all in town for Comic-Con, which, by the way, Michelle went to Comic-Con with Chloe, and we'll get a full recap of that coming up in a second. Michelle said it was a fun freak show.
I did not say that.
I
said exactly the opposite.
Some people really get into Comic-Con.
All right, we'll get to that in a second. So this friend of Sardo's put this deal together with the publicist, and it was a one-night event with all three, Potsy and Ralph.
They were all there?
And the Fonz, Henry Winkler, all three of them Friday night at Sardo's Pizza for a very limited crowd. It was like 25 people.
Oh, that's a once-in-a-lifetime deal.
I think there were 28. And it was really a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And Michelle and I showed up with Julian and Julian's girlfriend. She was in town again. And it was incredible. And Henry Winkler is the nicest. The Fonz is so personable. Went table to table, sat with everyone at each table in Sardo's, and spent like 10 minutes with everyone talking. And I had him shoot a little video for MJ Morning Show listeners. You ready to roll this?
Yeah.
Here, listen to this. So the Fonz is sitting right across from me at a table at Sardo's, and listen to this.
I'm talking to the audience of the MJ Morning Show. Oh my goodness. Hello to all of you. My name is Henry Winkler. I'm very happy to be here. I'm happy to be in this place, Santos. You know, this place, the Italian restaurant, unbelievable pizza. And the slider. Oh, and the sandwiches. Oh, and the chicken. And that's all I have to say.
Anyway, if you want to see the video, it's up on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Quick little video of Henry Winkler. I mean, as a kid, the Fonz, growing up, I'm, 8, 9, 10 years old. I'm like, holy crap. And then Michelle and I watched Barry. Was that HBO or?
I think it was.
One of those things.
HBOs.
So, and then to have Henry Winkler sitting across from me and just like a regular, just normal, nice guy. I've always heard.
Yeah, you've never heard anything bad about this guy.
In fact, I've always heard that Henry Winkler is one of the nicest guys in Hollywood. And look at the caption on my video. If you go to my Instagram, folks, go to Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And look there are two pictures of Henry Winkler. One is the video. The other is a still shot of Michelle and me and the Fonz. And that's a good-looking picture as well. So all up on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. Listen, Ralph Don Most was very nice. Anson Williams was, phenomenal.
Oh, he was fascinating.
Yeah.
And what was really nice is that, we have Julian and then his girlfriend. They're both in film school at NYU. And Anson was so incredibly, talking to them about the industry. And he's directed just a ton of stuff. They all have had these wildly successful careers beyond Happy Days in just different facets in the industry. And this, who's the other one, the Donnie Most? He really wants to be a jazz singer. Actually,
Yeah.
That's where he started.
Yeah.
He got this gig with Happy Days,
Yeah.
and now he's going back to it.
Good for him.
It was really an incredible experience.
That's awesome. But they're all old men now, right?
Well,
yeah.
relatively speaking.
Henry Winkler's going to be 80.
But I remember he was always much older than the other guys.
Yeah.
He was the same age as Mrs. Cunningham.
He wasn't that old.
Right.
No, I think Anson Williams and Ralphie, I think they're in their early 70s, early to mid 70s.
No,
yeah.
Anson is 75.
Okay, that's mid
And then,
70s.
Yeah.
And then Don Most, I think, is 71. Anyway, moving along, the Tampa high school principal story. This is unfreaking believable. Wow. A week before school starts. So this is Monday, August 4th. School starts next Monday, August 11th, right?
Yes.
That's when Hillsborough and
Hillsborough County goes back on
whole
Monday.
bunch of schools go back to school next week. You have a brand new principal for a local Hillsborough County high school is not going to be principaling this year.
To be the principal of a high school, that's it's going to sound dumb. That's a big job, right? That's like the career job. That's like the goal for all these administrators and middle management, to be a principal of a high school.
The newly promoted principal of Lado High School.
Oh, no, not Lado. Not Lado. Oh, no, poor Lado. What happened?
Lego my Lado.
Oh, Lado.
The newly promoted principal, brand new, just achieved the leadership of the school, was arrested, charged with cocaine possession.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. And driving under the influence.
Oh, no.
This is not good for your principal career with the Hillsborough County Public Schools. This guy just got promoted to be the principal of Lado High School. Scott Hazlitt, 40 years old, has been with the Hillsborough County Public Schools since 2007. So about 18 years, and he's just thrown it all away.
You got to think, man, 40-year-old principal, that's a really ambitious guy. That seems young for a principal of a high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did a little bit of a time, it looks like, in Vietnam with an international school and then came back.
Okay.
So he's really super qualified for this position. He's really given his life and been devoted to this.
He's devoted to a couple of
Guess
things.
what? And here's an example of how you chuck it all away.
Oof.
So according to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, he was arrested by the Temple Terrace Police Department wee in the morning on Saturday.
Tell you what, man, the TTPD, they don't play.
So early Saturday morning, August 2nd, he was charged with misdemeanor driving under the influence, misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia, and felony possession of cocaine.
Oh, God.
My God.
This is terrible. There's nothing funny about this.
This is awful. I mean, a newly promoted Hillsborough County principal, he's got baggies of cocaine. He's driving under the influence, allegedly.
You would think a guy who becomes a high school principal at 40 is like the straightest guy, straight-laced guy ever, you know. But this guy, wow.
the Hillsborough County Public Schools, they announced his promotion to principal of Lato High School not even a month ago. And now he's not going to be the principal of Lato High School.
What is he going to be, the assistant principal?
No, he's.
I mean, what are they going to do with this guy?
Well, he's going to be out of a job, man.
Does he come back from this?
How do you come back from this?
Listen, everybody.
All right, I had a problem. I go to rehab.
Yeah. I'm on a track. I'm trying to. Yeah, okay. I mean, I understand people have problems and addictions, and I don't know what his level of dependency is, but
you know, I saw his video. I saw a picture of him. He's a little overweight, which I think's that, you know, I thought cocaine has the opposite. You know, dude, Ozempic, man.
Listen,
just do the Ozempic thing.
He's not that overweight.
No, just a little pudgy. Maybe a little bit.
Don't confuse cokeheads with crackheads. I mean, there's a big difference.
All right. He is, here we go. According to the Hillsborough County Public Schools, they put this statement out. This is according to HCPS, Hillsborough County Public School. He has served in the district since 2007 and is currently on administrative leave following the recent charges. These allegations are deeply concerning, and we appreciate the prompt response from law enforcement. We understand the impact this may have on our students and staff, and we remain committed to providing them with the appropriate support during this time.
Okay. What else are they going to say?
Unbelievable. I can't imagine you bounce back. I don't think, yep, little stint in rehab. He's back as principal at Lato High School.
I mean, can he be like the junior varsity football coach or something? Is there some position he can get back into with the school board? I mean, he didn't kill anybody, thankfully. I mean, I don't know.
Listen, do I think that people deserve second chances in many cases? I do. Can Mr. Hazlitt, can he get the help he needs? And
can he move to like Sumter County, you know, and become like, you know, a leader of their school system or rise in the ranks there? I don't know. Poor bastard.
I would like the guy to get the help he needs, but I can't imagine him becoming a principal again in the Hillsborough County public school system.
Dude.
Is that not insane? I mean, the last guy you'd think, a newly promoted principal? I mean, Lato High School?
Is the body cam out from the TTPD?
From the Temple Terrace Police Department?
Do you know who I am? I'm the new principal of Lato High School. Oh, man.
What a story. Michelle, I gotta tell you something. And then you got to tell us about Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to tell me?
Well, I didn't tell you the story. I had something embarrassing happening to me.
Oh, what?
All right, I'm just going to tell the story. And, well, something embarrassing happened to me. And I was kind of wrestling. Should I go home and tell Michelle, or should I just tell the story on the air and just get your reaction on the fly?
Let it fly. Let's go.
All right. So while we were on vacation, you know, we were in town, out of town. We went to see my parents. Then we came back. Then we went to Connecticut for a couple of days. Then we came back. And I ran some errands. Where did I had to run some errands. I was over in Pinellas County, and I've wanted to try that new shave ice place, Ululani's.
In Seminole, right?
In Seminole.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge shave ice fan. In fact, I have my own professional Fuji Marca shave ice machine.
Believe me, I saw the Instagram video.
Man, people love that video. Oh, my God. People can't stop talking. Folks, Julian shot, while we were on vacation, it posted. So if you haven't seen it, There is a new video on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and I make an authentic Hawaiian shave ice from scratch. From the block of ice to shaving it, you see the machine, my flavors. And people love this video. It's like a 2.5-minute video. People love the video. So go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and just scroll down and just look at the still shot of me holding the shave ice. Then click on that and play the video. I posted a lot of stuff. There's a lot of new great stuff on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. If you don't follow me, you should, because there's some quality freaking content on there, man. Certified MJ Radio. So here's the deal. Even though I have my own shave ice machine at my house and I order my flavors from a Hawaiian company and I got the real cups and everything, the plastic flower cups, I wanted to try Ululani's. In fact, remember we found out they were coming, and I even mentioned this even before they even opened. So Ululani's is a famous Maui shave ice company. And don't for 1 minute say, what's so big about a shave ice? Oh, it's a snow cone. No, it's not.
It's not a snow
Do
cone.
not. I'll crack you across the face. It is not a snow cone. Snow cones have those obnoxious balls of crunchy ice, and the flavor never really saturates or seeps into the ice balls.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, MJ does not want unflavorful balls in his mouth.
Exactly.
I'll tell you right now.
All right. So shave ice is literally there's a sharp blade that shaves the ice as fine, as thin, as gentle as snow.
How has Norelco or Gillette missed the boat on this? Please.
The new Norelco ice shaver.
Yeah, right.
Shave your face, then shave some ice.
I would buy
Look at
that. That sounds handy.
Why is there stubble in my ice? Right, so I've wanted to try Ululani's because they're franchising now, and Ululani's is from Maui. And I had Ululani's on Maui years ago. And my love of shave ice actually goes back to 1984. After high school, I was working on a video crew shooting a Department of Defense project on the various islands, and that's when I had my first shave ice. And I never looked. I loved it ever since. I fell in love with shave ice in the summer of '84. So Ululani's from Maui, they're franchising, and I guess some guy or some couple, they got an Ululani shave ice franchise, and they opened one up on Seminole Boulevard in Seminole here in Pinellas County.
Great.
So I've been wanting to stop by, but I don't get to Seminole very often. But I found myself sort of nearby, so I stop in, I try the shave ice, and it was very good. Their flavors are fantastic. So thumbs up, Ululani's on Seminole. Very good shave ice. Very good. So, couple of things. While I'm there, there's this Instagram influencer there. And I'm just watching this. There's this guy, and then there's this attractive blonde woman, and I'm like a fly on the wall. And I'm just like observing, what's going on here. And hey, Andrew, do me a favor. Can you ask Meredith? I forgot the name of the influencer. I might.
Is it a person or is it like one of those That's So Tampa page? I follow that one. I mean, a couple of guys I follow go to like local restaurants.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. It's the Courtney Saint.
Okay.
So the influencer is the Courtney Saint.
All right.
And I guess Meredith and Babs down the hall, I guess they're kind of friends with her.
They are much more plugged into this community than we are.
All right, so the Courtney Saint is this influencer, and I guess for a fee, she'll shoot videos and post these videos on social media. So it turns out that she did a video for this Ululani's. And when I went in to try the place, she's in there, and they're talking to the manager. And I'm just like, I'm just a magnet. I'm just absorbed. Whenever I see something or hear something, I'm just listening. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm always interested, fascinated in everything. I want to see what's potential material for the show.
Now, were they treating her differently, like when she was getting behind the counter and
No.
video and stuff, or was it just her at her table?
I think they were stopping by to get payment. For an upcoming video. And she since has, I don't follow her on Instagram, but I did look at her account, And then I saw that she did post an Ululani's video.
Well, she has 6,400 followers. What was the payment? Like $25?
Yeah.
It was $200. I think it was like $200. All right.
What?
So yeah. So I've got 26,000 followers. All right. So
There's a business model
but listen, but we are the original influencers. So the MJ Morning Show, we are the original influencers. Anyway, so let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what's embarrassing here. So I'm watching this whole thing, and I'm watching them do the influencer stuff, and talk about an upcoming video, collect some cash. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of fascinated by this.
So she wasn't doing her shtick.
No, she wasn't
doing her.
no,
she was.
they were doing their business transaction.
Okay, all right.
So
all right.
afterward, I eat shave ice. I'm like, this is very good. Flavors were great. Very reminiscent of Ululani's at Maui. I've been to numerous locations on Maui. One of the original famous one burned down during the Lahaina fire on Maui.
They tried to put it out with shave ice and no luck.
It didn't work.
No luck at all.
So before I left, I went up to the counter, and there was a manager there, and this is what's embarrassing. I introduced myself, and when I was up there, I could feel that I like there was something in my nose or something.
Oh my gosh.
I felt like, there's something there, but I'm kind of locked in. I'm in the conversation, and I introduced myself to the manager of this Ululani Shave Ice, and I'm like, hey, I'd love to meet the owners sometime, and I guess they were on vacation, and I said, hey, just tell the owners that MJ from the MJ Morning Show stopped in, and I said, hey, I like the product. I thought your shave ice was very, very good. And I go out to the car, and I look in the mirror, and I knew there was something like in my nose.
Yeah. Was it a piece of rice?
It was a big booger hanging.
Oh, no.
How many times has your daughter instructed you before you exit the vehicle or the home?
Well,
take a look at yourself in the mirror, not after the fact.
Yeah,
if you do it before, it's preemptive, and you can avoid the whole embarrassment.
Listen to me. I think it was I wolfed down this large cold shave ice.
Yeah.
So I think it might have exacerbated or just anyway. I get out to the car,
Gross.
And there's just a booger that's just hanging out of my nostril.
Oh, that's gross.
And I'm like, oh my God, that's great. So I'm making a big deal.
Yeah.
Hey, tell the owners that MJ from the MJ Morning Show stopped by.
Oh,
and you know what's going to be on the door the next time you go over there? A big no MJ sign.
Well, here's what's going to happen.
Can you imagine? The manager says, hey, yeah, some guy named MJ from the MJ Morning Show on Q105 stopped in, and man, he had this big booger hanging out of his nose.
Gross.
Welcome back from vacation. I was supposed to tell you the Booger Face morning show stuff. The Booger Face radio show. Ever heard of Booger Face? Yeah, he was here. He sat right next to Courtney Saint.
Speaking of which, though, if you look at her Instagram, guess where else she went and did a little video?
Where?
At Small Batch Ice Cream.
Dude,
oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm watching her video right now that the Courtney Saint did at this Ululani's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me want to go get a shave ice. She did a great job on this video.
Yeah, video looks good.
Yeah.
And listen, the product's good. And listen, I have my own shave ice operation in my house, and I'm going to tell you right now, their flavors are better than my flavors.
Let's say right now, for $200, this Courtney Saint will come to your house and taste your shave ice.
Courtney, come to my house, eat my shave ice, and I'll try not to have a booger hanging out of my nose.
Listen, good
yeah,
for her.
MJ stopped by the store, and man, I'll tell you what, I couldn't stop looking at that. I couldn't take him seriously. He had a booger hanging out of his nose. I get back to the car, and my worst fears were confirmed.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh, son of a that's great. What a great impression I just made.
Oh, so the outside of this place has one of those old school marquees where if they put Booger Face MJ on it, I'll donate $1,000 to their favorite charity.
Booger nosed MJ was here.
Oh my God, that's great.
And gives us a thumbs up. Holy crap, unbelievable. All right. Michelle,
Yeah.
Julian, and Julian's girlfriend went to Comic-Con on Thursday.
No.
I'm sorry, Friday.
Oh my God.
Why did I say Thursday?
I don't know why you said Thursday.
Why did I say Thursday?
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know why. On Friday.
When we're on vacation.
The first day.
I'll tell you, when we're on vacation, the law of days.
I lose track.
Completely, I lose it.
No, but I knew
Really?
I knew it was Friday.
All right, so you go on Friday, the second day of Comic-Con.
Right.
Now, I've never been, but I've always heard it was like women wearing like really risque, obscure costumes the whole time.
Wrong.
Okay.
I mean, look, we went on Friday. The thing is, Julian's girlfriend was here, and so I was looking for something fun to do. And I was poking around, and I saw Comic-Con. And I was like, they're in they're interested in film industry. And you know what happens at the Comic-Cons? I always see, like, the superhero people are there.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, maybe they would like to go. Maybe there'll be somebody there that, they would be interested in seeing. But then I see somebody that I want to see. And I'm like, okay, y'all, we are going to Comic-Con. We're going. And then I see two people that I want to see. Then they see some people that they want to see. So we make an arrangement and we go. And it was Fester. It was remarkably like people were dressed up, but it was very calm. Nobody was like in your face. And you know what happened? You were walking around and the people who are dressed up, the other people are asking to take pictures with them because the costumes are so good. And the props there are, I mean, if you have your game on for Halloween, you needed to be at Comic-Con to buy your props because there's nothing like it. I mean, It was incredible.
So Comic-Cons always host celebrities or people who have some degree of obscure fame through some TV show. Who is there that you wanted to see?
Sam J. Jones.
I don't know who that is.
You wouldn't.
Flash! Flash!
Was he the original Flash Gordon?
The Flash Gordon from the movie?
The original one?
Well,
from 1980?
Yes.
The movie was awful. It was
Stop.
terrible. Yes, Andrew. Yes, Andrew, I can't hear you. Your mic is not on.
Okay, did you notice that his voice was not like it was in the movie?
Mm-hmm. I didn't notice.
Because his voice was totally dubbed over for the movie.
The entire movie?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay,
I didn't know that.
All I know is Queen's soundtrack for Flash Gordon was pretty good.
Oh, it's the most awesome.
Right, but the movie was, that's been lambasted for
cheesy.
Years.
But
Yeah,
it's
awful.
a cult. I mean, there's a cult following. And yes, so the movie's not,
Wasn't
great.
there like a very, very descript evil villain in that movie?
The Merciless.
I vaguely remember that.
Come on, dude.
I remember the blonde guy in the red tank top.
That's Flash Gordon. That's Sam J. Jones.
Okay.
So the deal with Comic-Con is on Friday you paid $35 to get in.
Yeah.
Then I think on Friday and Saturday they upped it to $50 a head to get in.
Saturday maybe.
Anyway, I think they said it was the biggest Comic-Con in Tampa ever. They had over 50,000 people go to Comic-Con.
Sounds awesome.
So it was, and they had a really good lineup. I mean, listen, you got suckered into paying what? How much did the ticket cost to get a picture with David Harbour?
Oh, that's what the kids did.
Yeah.
So Julian and his girlfriend. So I was leading up to that. So we did Sam. First of all, let me tell you, we got there. They said he's not here, and I was really agitated because Julian took me to West Shore Plaza where they have a shop that'll make a shirt with anything you want on it, and he got a Flash Gordon logo, and so I had a Flash Gordon T-shirt to wear to get my picture taken with him, and then we found him. He was there.
Yeah.
He was so impressed. He was like, "Where'd you get the shirt?"
I had it made because I'm a total nerd. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I did. I literally was like, "Oh my God, dude, you are why we are here."
So you had a picture taken with the Flash Gordon guy. How much did that cost?
$50.
Jeez.
You know what, MJ? Listen, you're going to meet these folks once in your life.
Once.
So if it means that much to you.
Yeah.
So then the sheriff from Stranger Things.
No, before that.
What?
Before that, I did another picture.
Who'd you do a picture with before that?
Lou Ferrigno, the original Incredible Hulk.
How much did you pay for a picture with Lou Ferrigno?
$70.
Oh my God! How much did this cost me?
And I had a shirt. I had to do a costume change.
What?
I had an Incredible Hulk T-shirt.
I'm in this damn Comic-Con for $500 at this point.
Okay, so-
how much did this cost me?
And
then
then
Julian gets a picture with David Harbour.
Yep. We went to see the panel.
So-
David Harbour was here with Matthew Modine. They did a whole, panel, obviously, with
Oh,
Stranger
my
Things.
God.
We're all excited about the final season coming out this fall.
So-
they were incredible in this panel, I have to say.
So-
if you have any interest, next year, people go.
Well, it doesn't mean they're going to be back next year.
No, but whoever you're interested in, you
Every
got to
year.
look and
So
see.
every year they have
Yeah.
a different lineup.
Yeah.
David Harbour, the sheriff from Stranger Things. Hopper.
Yep.
He does pictures. How much did Julian and his girlfriend have to pay for a picture with Sheriff Hopper?
I don't know. They split it. So
How much was it?
I don't
Was it
remember.
like $30, $50?
It might have been like. I think
Hang
it might
on,
have been
let
like $90.
Let me.
$90.
Yeah. So you get one picture, and you can have up to 4 family members or 4 people in the picture.
So this is like a revenue stream for these celebrities
Yes.
you never really think about.
Yeah,
I
but
want to know, what is the split?
Well, here's the thing. I see all these people coming. I'm like, what would it take to, like, Henry Winkler went to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
What
he
does
was
it
there.
take to drag Henry Winkler's 80-year-old ass?
Sorry. Hello?
Hey, you there?
Yeah, well, I got you on like 2 radios here, so I'm turning it off.
All right.
All right,
I
continue.
can't hear any radio, so just answer my question. How much did you have to pay to take a picture with Hopper, David Harbour from Stranger Things?
It was like $450.
Get out of here! No, really.
No, I'm kidding.
How
I'm
much?
kidding. It was like $150, and my
What the
girlfriend and I.
hell? 100?
Hey! Let me
What
finish. My girlfriend and I split it.
That doesn't make it better.
What did this cost me between you and Julian? I'm into Comic-Con for $1,000.
No.
Hey! But we went on Friday, so the tickets were like $30 a person to get in there.
I
versus
know.
50.
I know it was more expensive Saturday and Sunday. But how many people were lined up to take a picture with David Hopper at $150 a pop?
First of all, it's David Harbour, and
I'm
his
sorry.
character is Hopper.
Hopper, I'm sorry, whatever. Did he have a long line, Julian?
Honestly, yeah, he did. He probably had like 100 people or plus.
Here's the deal. You could get your picture taken with David Harbour, or you could get your picture taken with Matthew Modine, or you could get your picture taken with both of them.
Oh,
And it was staggered timing, so you could see how that was going to work out.
Andrew says it was $195 to get your pictures taken with both Harbour and Matthew Modine.
So I think it was only like 90 or 100 for
These
the one.
guys are leaving with like 30 or 40 grand in cash.
That's
I
what I'd
wanna
like
know
to
what
know.
the split is.
How much do you think David Harbour from Stranger Things, how much do you think Henry Winkler, for instance, how much money did they make over the weekend?
So maybe these Comic-Cons don't pay him anything.
Right,
And
I
just
don't
give
know.
him a venue.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, I was thinking, how much would it take for Henry Winkler to fly out here? Or, hey, maybe he can make 30, 40 grand for 3 days in Florida.
Right.
They pay, who cares who pays for the airfare?
Right.
I don't know. That's incredible.
All right, Julian, I got to move on. Talk to you soon.
But you know, they had a lot of things there. They had the Ghostbusters from Lakeland were there with a real, Ghostbusters car, totally decked out. They had a Back to the Future car.
I guess there's a Lakeland company or something. They have an exact replica of the Ghostbusters hearse, the Ghostmobile, whatever.
How much was it to get a picture with the car?
Nothing. They were charging nothing. You could just step on in, and they would take a great picture for you.
All right, moving along. Do you have more to say, Fester, or
I have
can
a
I move
question
on?
for you.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Is there anybody on the face of the earth that you would pay money to take a photograph with?
John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, the Blues Brothers. I'd pay a lot of money to take a picture with John Belushi right now.
Yeah,
okay.
I'd pay $100,000 to take a picture with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd right now.
Hey, I can make that happen for you. Here you go. Pay me.
All right, move.
Let me get a shovel in about 6 hours.
All right.
Fester, you know what I'm thinking.
But yeah, I mean, Aykroyd still tour. He has that vibe. I met him a couple of years ago. I mean, he's out there. But man,
so in July, it was Operation Southern Slowdown. Remember we told the story before that the Florida Highway Patrol and other police agencies,
a bunch of the southern states kind of got together.
It was not just Florida. It was like Georgia and Tennessee and I think South Carolina. So a bunch of states, including our state, Florida, had the Southern Slowdown, and it was a crackdown on speeders. Also, we had the super speeder law go into effect here in Florida. Was it July 1st? That if you're driving 100 miles per hour or more, you're a super speeder, or if you're doing 50 miles over the posted speed limit. And there have already been a bunch of arrests in the state of Florida. Do you know how many tickets were given out in the state of Florida during the month of July for Southern Slowdown?
Dude, I got caught I didn't get pulled over but I got caught in a couple of Southern Slowdown crackdowns on 275 where like all the police were out, and, like all the motorcycle cops were out, and it was like 10 people being pulled over in a 5-mile stretch.
Yeah.
I mean,
and guess what? If you're pulled over in one of those crackdowns, you're not talking your way out of the ticket.
There's no getting out.
Those are all getting written up. So over 7,000 speeding tickets were issued during Operation Southern Slowdown in Florida, and then a whole bunch of busts for the super speeders. The folks doing 100 miles an hour or more, and I'm seeing people doing 100 plus. daily.
All the time.
On the Howard Franklin Bridge, on the way into work, on the way home from work, I'm seeing folks easily. If I'm doing 70 and they're whizzing by me, they're doing 100 plus. So every single day, I'm virtually seeing somebody on 275 that's doing 100 miles an hour or more, and they could be actually arrested on the spot is what the cops can do now.
You're not going to mention what else you saw on the Howard Franklin?
Guess what?
Come on.
Yes, I am. So was that was Friday. So this is great. On the way to Sardo's to meet Henry Winkler and Potsy and Ralphie. So on the way to Sardo's at about 6:30 on Friday night, the FHP Corvette was on the shoulder.
Oh, wow.
So it was in town.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it was sitting there by itself, so I don't know if it had just pulled a car over. And as we're passing it, I'm like, oh, my God. And we did not have time to get a camera out and take a picture.
I mean, if I'm going to get pulled over by Florida Highway Patrol, I want to be pulled over by the vet.
Right?
Right? That's awesome.
Let me tell you what, and there was a backup, and you were like, oh, something just happened. But in reality, there was no accident, and we think that everybody was just slowing down to take a look at the car.
Yeah, so there was a slowdown. This was about midway on the Howard Franklin Bridge, southbound. It was 6:30 on Friday night, and the FHP Corvette was on the right shoulder on the new Howard Franklin southbound.
All right, so this is going to sound pretty naive and dumb.
Yeah.
So I thought that the FHP Corvette was just for decorative purposes.
That's what I thought we had read.
Recruitment and just awareness.
Well, guess what? I think it recruited a speeder. Now,
it made him aware.
It did not have a car pulled over, so I was thinking maybe the car had just left the scene and the trooper was still sitting there. But it sure as hell looked to me like the Corvette was in actual ticket writing action Friday night on the Howard Franklin Bridge.
Was it at the tip top?
It was right in the... Michelle, was it on the... I'm trying to remember.
Could it have been like where there was like drone footage of the car?
I don't think it was not... You know what? It was after the hump on the Pinellas side.
All right.
So it was just after the hump, after the bridge on the Pinellas side is where we saw this thing.
But it was exciting to see it out there.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, man, I want a picture of this thing. I'm like, all right, let me put the car in reverse. Let me go back and take a picture. I caused a major accident trying to get a picture of the Florida Highway Patrol Corvette, the black and tan Corvette. All right. Fester, you have a dog.
Yes, we have a dog.
What's the dog's name again?
Mary?
No.
It's Miss Mabel. Miss Mabel is
Fester
our dog.
has a dog,
Miss
and then Fester also has a favorite brand of footwear. For those that are MJ Morning Show regulars, you know what Fester's favorite footwear is.
I rock out with my Croc out all the time. I love the Crocs.
Did you see what Crocs is now selling?
Oh, are you going to? I know. I don't even know what you're going to talk about, but the way you set it up, I know, and I'm an owner.
What? Really?
I have Croc booties for Miss Mabel.
I was going to ask you, are you going to buy them?
No, I have them already.
I had no idea these existed. I don't know where the hell I saw this, but it's not a story. It might have been just like an Instagram thing that popped up in my feed. I'm like, what the hell? Crocs is selling little paw Crocs for dogs.
Yeah, they've had them out for a while. We have a set of 4.
I had no idea.
Dog has 4 legs, but we have pink ones. We have pink ones.
And listen, it's always been my experience that if you try to put anything on a dog's paw, they like try to bite them off. They're like going nuts trying to get it off. You know, it's like a cat. If you put something on a cat's paw, or they go nuts trying to. So you're telling me that your dog, Miss Mabel, will walk around with the Crocs on her paws and not try to remove them?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said that we are owners of a set of these. The dog hates them. The dog absolutely. And the dog. I mean, it's like the dog's in handcuffs. The dog can't walk right. The dog is lifting its legs ridiculously high. It's such an unnatural sensation for the dog.
I thought these things just came out. How long ago did you buy your Crocs for dogs?
We've had the dog for maybe a little over a year, maybe 16 months, and we have a vet in the neighborhood, And the vet kind of scared the hell out of my wife one time walking around the block. Like, hey, you know you can't put that dog on the asphalt here in Florida. Because the asphalt does get ridiculously hot.
Yeah.
You know, and it's... You
burn their little doggy pads.
That's what they say. I mean... okay, and I'm not gonna. And they do. Oh, if you burn a pup's pads, it'll never be the same. And so Allison's asking, you know, what should she do? And he's like, get shoes for your dog. And I'm like, does this guy sell shoes too? Is he that vet? And he didn't sell us the pair, but he saw Allison was wearing Crocs in the conversation, and he said Crocs makes or something like that molded rubber. I don't know if it's Croc brand. Or was it
is. Okay. Crocs brand makes doggy Crocs, I believe.
I don't know if I have like the official Croc logo.
You got some knock Croc.
I don't know.
You got a knockoff Croc off.
I don't know.
But Miss Mabel won't wear them.
But she was, and they weren't expensive. They were like maybe, $19, $20, you know, and we have a set of 4 and it goes on the dog's feet. But
you know what I think the trick is? You have to do it from when they're a puppy, because when we lived in New York City, a lot of people do put some kind of covering on the dog's paws because there is just spit and poop and pee all over those sidewalks.
And that's from the people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's from the people. And so when you're walking your dog, you know, you come in, you take your shoes off, but your dog doesn't take their shoes off.
Right.
So a lot of people do cover their paws when they're walking.
So guess what's back at Home Depot?
What?
Yeah, July.
Already, it's everywhere, dude.
Yeah, already like I think mid-July to late July. Now we're here in early August. Guess what's back at Home Depot?
It's got to be the skeleton.
It's the 12-foot giant skeleton is back, and I guess they have some new ones this year.
I think August 1st has got to be open season for Halloween because I see pumpkin spice crap now at Walmart. I see, you know, and I saw the Reese's pumpkins. And I'm like, it's August.
The 12-foot skeleton has sold out like every single year since the skeleton debuted back in 2020. During COVID, that's when the skeleton, Skelly the skeleton, made its debut. But I guess now they have a giant Frankenstein. They've got a huge jack-o'-lantern archway. They've got a 5-foot skeleton cat now. They've got 2 varieties of skeleton dogs. All right, this got me thinking. What are you chuckling at?
I'm just wondering.
All right.
What else do we need that's enormous and in skeleton form?
The 12-foot skeleton is back for Halloween at Home Depot. You know what? Is Lowe's saying, damn, son of a... Does Lowe's... Lowe's doesn't have it, does it?
Why wouldn't they have it? Why would they have like a knockoff?
Anyway, so here's the deal. I was thinking, what terrifying 12-foot statues could they sell? And I was thinking about just horrifying 12-foot characters that could be made for Halloween to scare the bejesus out of people. Like, what 12-foot creation statue would you think would be horrifying, terrible? So I was thinking of some possibilities. Hey, let me get my Home Depot music out. Hang on. And then I'm thinking about going to phones on this and asking, callers to call up with ideas. This Halloween at the Home Depot, it's the new Jeffrey Epstein 12-foot figure. What do you think? At the Home Depot. At the Home Depot. I'm trying to sound like the Home Depot guy.
Oh, we get it.
Yeah. So, the Jeffrey Epstein 12-foot Halloween figure.
Does it come with an optional plane and island?
What about the P? That's on my list, Andrew. Andrew just said P. Diddy in my ear. It's on my list. The P. Diddy 12-foot Halloween horror statue. So what can you think of any, Fester? Michelle, can you think of any? I was thinking Kanye West. Okay. How about the Blake Lively?
Oh, that would be really scary.
All right, so
that's really obscure now. I mean, I have a beautiful blonde woman that's 12 foot tall in my house. That's a fantasy.
The Kim Kardashian statue.
Oh, that's a fantasy,
too. That would scare the crap out of me. All right, so let's go to phones on this. We have not taken phones yet today, and, of course, we're back from vacation, first day back. What am I missing? What 12-foot Halloween scary figure can you think of? 800-990-1047. 990-1047. What scary Halloween 12-foot statue could the Home Depot sell? Do you have any ideas? So I came up with Jeffrey Epstein and P. Diddy and Kanye and Blake Lively. And
if you had the P. Diddy one, you'd have to have the 12-foot bottle of baby oil, right? You have to have both.
Luigi Mangione.
Oh.
Listen.
Yeah. All right, look at the phones. Phones are lighting up. 800-990-1047. What should Home Depot sell next? Which 12-foot Halloween scary statue should Home Depot sell? Let's see how creative people can get. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Yeah, I see one on hold already. There are going to be some political ones. You know, while we don't do a lot of politics on this show because it's so divisive, and if you do politics, you're going to piss off 50% of the audience any way you slice it. That's why we're pretty much politics free on the MJ Morning Show. There are going to be a couple of political ones. Let me grab Nick in St. Pete. Nick, what 12-foot statue should Home Depot sell for Halloween?
Well, I was thinking if you already got the Diddy statue, you might as well get the lube bottle with it.
You're exactly right. Nick.
A 12-foot bottle of lube or baby oil.
Yeah, I think it would be perfect right in the front yard next to Diddy.
Beautiful. Good one. Thank you, man. Let's grab Thomas in Clearwater. Thomas, what 12-foot statue should Home Depot sell alongside Skelly? Thomas? Thomas, you're on. Go ahead. What should they sell?
Well, I'm not trying to be political, but she's a scary woman, Nancy Pelosi.
12-foot
Nancy Pelosi and her best friend, Maxine Water. That would scare the crap out of anybody.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yes.
Roberto.
I'm not trying to be political.
All right, let's go to Palm Harbor. Roberto, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, I think Shaq would be good, but you'd have to paint him with a skeleton face, like in the James Bond movie where he went to the island, and they voodoo and the zombies, they would pop up out of the grave.
Gotcha.
You really put a lot of thought into this one, Roberto.
Thank you, Roberto.
Shaq is already 7 feet tall. I don't know that 12 feet's that much more scary.
Brian is in Newport Richie. Brian, what 12-foot scary statue should Home Depot sell for Halloween?
How about O.J. Simpson with the gloves and the Bruno Marias and all of that stuff?
A knife in his hand.
You're forgetting the knife and the bloody bodies. You're talking about.
All right, thank you, Brian. Let's grab Chuck in Tampa. Chuck, what 12-foot statue do you want to see Home Depot sell?
I would have to say Bill Cosby. With a bottle of pills and a martini glass.
There you go.
I'll tell you what, let's go to Home Depot and get some Jello pudding pops and a big 12-foot Bill Cosby statue. Thanks, man. How about oh, look, this is a good one. Tim in Palmetto. Tim, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. How about the Hawk Tua girl?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Tim, are you trying to scare me or turn me on? I mean, I love her.
You could have actual spit action out of it.
I'd pay extra for that feature. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you, Tim. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the Hawk Tua noises. I don't know where the hell they are.
I'd probably leave my family for a 12-foot Hawk Tua.
I go on vacation. I forget where all my damn sound effects are. Oh, here we go.
Hawk Tua.
There you go. Thank you, buddy.
Love her.
How about Jay's got another one? Hey, that's a duplication. Jay's got tell Jay in Winter Haven thank you, but we already have OJ. Oh, this is a good one. Joanne in Newport Richie. Wait a minute. So our last call was from Palmetto, and now Joanne in Newport Richie wants to suggest what?
A palmetto bug.
A giant 12-foot palmetto bug.
I mean, think about it. Honestly, Joanne, that's probably the best answer so far.
Just a giant cockroach is what it is, you know?
A cockroach as big as
your... A 2-inch one could scare a grown 6'1.5" tall man would run like a little girl. When the wings come out, they just come right at you. They're freaky. They're creepy.
But Joanne, it's got to move. The legs have got to move. The wings have got to spread.
Just flutter a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? A 12-foot palmetto bug would be good. Thank you, Joanne. Good one. Sean in Bradenton. Sean, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. How about Pee Wee Herman?
I don't know.
You want to talk about a guy that I think got a raw deal on that.
Oh, totally.
On Sarasota movie theater deal?
Comedic genius. He goes to one theater and he gets that label forever.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean. I don't know about Pee-wee, but listen.
If you would have said Michael Jackson, that would have been funnier than Pee-wee.
Oh, there you go. Oh, this is a good one. John and Valrico. John, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, you're missing the obvious one. 12-foot fester in the shower.
Naked fester, like the picture that Froggy took.
That's hysterical.
Picture in the shower, yeah, with a flat ass.
Oh, thank you.
Do you know how much that would weigh? It would weigh like 12,000 pounds.
Oh, guess what? I've got an update on Fester and Froggy.
Okay.
Yeah, hang on. Remind me after I finish these calls. Just a quick little housekeeping here on the MJ Morning Show. Okay. All right, two more. That's it. Donna in Port Richey. Donna, you're on the MJ Morning Show. What scary 12-foot figures would you like to see Home Depot sell for Halloween?
Those bitches on the View. They'll scare the crap out of anyone.
A Joy Behar. The bitches on the View is what she said.
I think Whoopi Goldberg.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry,
Whoopi's one of the finest comics of our time. I love Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi and Joy Behar. Thank you, Donna. All right, let me grab Anthony. I'll take two more. Anthony, Wesley Chapel, you're on the MJ Morning Show. What would you like to see?
Yeah, I think I would like to see Carol Baskin.
12-foot Carol Baskin. Yeah, the Tiger King lady. Thank you, buddy. All right, one more. Matthew in Port Richey. Matthew, MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, MJ? This is one of the Quality Ceiling boys that you talked to a while ago.
Oh, yeah,
Down
hey.
in front of your house, man.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Doing well.
Hey, I've got a perfect one, man. We need a 12-foot Ozzy Osbourne statue, man. One just creeping over at you, man. Just getting it done.
You know what?
Biting the head off a bat.
He should have a 12-foot statue at his tomb, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, rest in peace, Ozzy. Thank you, Matthew. Have a great day. All right. But listen, I just had an idea. So what would scare the living bejesus out of people? What 12-foot version? And maybe we'll do it again closer to Halloween.
What's your big Froggy Fester update?
No, I extended the service marks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do me a favor. Keep this worthless radio name.
So, no, the service mark, the Florida trademark for Froggy and Fester about to expire in August, and I re-upped the service mark. So Fester is the name Fester for radio and podcast and broadcast usage. The name Fester is service marked for another 5 years.
What a terrible investment.
And the same thing with Froggy. So
for a guy who I always thought is pretty good with money, it's a terrible investment.
It's $85.
Oh.
It's $85. So the MJ Morning Show is service marked.
Yeah, okay,
I own the service mark for MJ Morning Show and also Froggy and Fester. So
great.
I've renewed both of those marks. And listen, you got Froggy pops up on best ofs or
whatever.
Plus, I'm looking at hiring Froggy number 3. We had a Froggy 1 and a Froggy number 2, and hey, maybe Froggy number 3 is coming. All right, take a look at this. The Rays and the city of St. Pete were discussing go-away walk-off money. When you think of a walk-off, what do you think?
In baseball, you think of a home run.
Yeah, walk-off homer or something, right?
Just walk-away cash.
Yeah. So apparently the city of St. Pete approached the Rays and said, hey, what if we don't repair the Trop and we just give you $40 million to just walk away?
Oh, the Rays get paid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, when you said that, I was thinking the Rays be like, hey, don't repair the Trop and we'll give the city $40 million.
No. The city of St. Petersburg floated paying the Rays $40 million, just go away, because that would be a money saver.
A new stadium would be built in short order, regardless of where it is. They're going to fix a stadium just to lose a team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. So the Rays are supposed to be back in the Trop April of next year, because the new roofing material, which doesn't something come from Germany? Then it gets sent to China, and then China's got to ship it over here. And anyway, so the repairs for the Trop were slated at like $54 or $56 million. And then the latest is that it's going to cost more. So right now, the number to fix the Trop and get it ready for baseball, for the Rays to be there for maybe 2 more seasons. You got the sale of the Rays coming up to this Jacksonville real estate dude. The intention apparently is to keep it in the Tampa Bay area. So, my money is that a new stadium is going to be built somewhere in Tampa. So they're going to move to an all-new stadium. And, it just seems ridiculous to me to have to, dump, $60 million because the number's going up. So the old number of like $56 million, that's already, I believe I read, it's now at $60 million, and it's probably going to go even higher.
Yeah.
So the Rays were offered $40 million. Here's $40, because you look at it this way. City of St. Pete, if they would have paid out $40 million to the Rays, they would have saved, at this point, they would have saved $20 million in St. Petersburg taxpayer money.
Yeah, on paper.
But apparently that deal not going to work.
So the Rays said no, fix the stadium?
Yeah. So I guess that offer went nowhere, and the Rays want the stadium fixed for a couple of seasons, and then, boom, they'll be gone. Probably over to Tampa somewhere, whether it's going to be down at, Channel Side, downtown Tampa, or Fairground. It looks like that right off the Leroy Selman, where you have those concrete silos, it looks like that's kind of it's looking like that could be the area.
You know what, man? I mean, if the Rays would have taken that deal, then they would have left the area, because they're not going to play at Steinbrenner for 3 years while they strike a deal. They would go to Charlotte, or they would go to somewhere else.
All right, so this frosts my butt, and you kind of work through the scenarios in your head. What would you do if this happened to you? But we've talked about this, and I saw it again. If you're on an airplane and there is a fire, there's an evacuation, the emergency slides are activated, leave your freaking luggage on the plane. So a recent story, this happened while we were on vacation. You had a flight from Denver to Miami, and this was not this past Saturday. It was the Saturday before, so it was a little over a week ago. And this Denver flight, it was an American Airlines flight, 3023, 173 passengers. The landing gear malfunctioned. There was smoke and fire on this American Airlines flight. They had to stop the airplane abruptly and evacuate because the freaking, like, the tires were like on fire. So they pulled the slides, and people are rolling video of passengers jumping off the plane with all of their carry-on baggage. I saw one guy holding a small child while holding 2 pieces of carry-on luggage going down the slide. It's like, folks, if you're in a dire emergency situation where you have to evacuate an airplane, leave your freaking luggage on the plane. And yeah, I got to be honest, it goes through my head. What would I do? If I've got a backpack and I've got, important gear inside, I understand it's going through your head, but
I think you would grab the gear, to be honest with you.
I don't know, Michelle.
I think you would.
It depends if it's your personal piece that's by your feet or the piece that's in the overhead compartment.
That too.
Like, I wouldn't pull down. I don't think I would pull down the compartment and take my luggage and fight my carry-on
because
out.
that could slow down the evacuation.
Absolutely.
If you've got a plane on fire and seconds count in getting everyone off that airplane before fire engulfs the cabin, and you've got people that are opening up the bins and taking out their luggage. But I saw this video. I saw like half a dozen people coming down the slides with all of their freaking luggage. Oh, and then this video of a guy face planting. There's a guy that slides down and then just, boom, face plants right on the ramp.
He bought
right on the runway.
He smashes his face.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, several people did that, actually. But just leave your crap on the damn airplane.
Everything, when I fly, everything I need is in the backpack by my feet.
Yep, me too.
Do you want to hear the grudge story of the day?
Oh, man, coming from
this,
you.
This is the, well, no, it's not my grudge.
No, I know, but when MJ says
All
it's a grudge story, I mean, you want to talk about a guy who knows a thing or two about a grudge, it's him.
Sometimes you just got to let things go.
Oh, okay.
It's all right.
Therapy's been working, hasn't it?
Or just getting old.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes
enemies die off and suddenly, you know what? I kind of overblew that.
All right, this is the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. We're in the middle of over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Sometimes you just got to let it go.
What's the grudge?
All right, listen to this. Bakery owners say they were stabbed for serving a customer an eggplant sandwich 4 years ago.
What?
Yeah, exactly. That's why this is content on the MJ Morning Show. What? Yeah. This is out of Paterson, New Jersey. This is from ABC 7 New York. 2 bakery owners in New Jersey say they were stabbed over a sandwich they served 4 years ago. Abed Assad showed up to the Baladna Bakery on Main Street in Paterson, New Jersey, with his arm in bandages and a sling after he suffered slash wounds to his arm. His brother is still in the hospital fighting for his life. The business owners say the angry customer ran away after allegedly stabbing Assad and his brother Muhammad inside their family bakery. The knife-wielding suspect was enraged with workers over a sandwich that he ordered 4 years ago. What the hell? And 4 years later, the guy is still pissed off over a sandwich? And he stabs 2 deli owners? What the? Monir Simrin, a friend of the victim, says the suspect walked into the bakery around 8 p.m. on Thursday, complaining about eggplant he wrongly got on his sandwich, saying he's allergic. He told him, "You give me eggplant in my sandwich," and then my stomach was bothering me. The dispute turned violent, with Muhammad getting stabbed in the stomach. His brother stepped in to help. He was slashed in the arm. Both men taken to St. Joseph's University Medical Center near Paterson, New Jersey. Dozens of customers showed up to the bakery on Friday, not expecting it to be closed. What the hell? This guy was pissed off that he got a stomach ache because he had eggplant on his sandwich from 4 freaking years ago, and he shows up last Thursday night and stabs the owners of the restaurant with a knife.
You know, they did try to give him a hot dog.
What?
Because that's what he really wanted, and he wouldn't take it.
They tried to give him a hot dog on Thursday night?
Yeah.
That's not in my story.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Apparently, he wanted the hot dog, and he got the eggplant. And so they said, okay, fine, here's a hot dog and $3 and go. And he said no. And I guess that's when the stabbing started.
4 years ago is when this guy got torqued off, and he comes back Thursday night and gets all stabby.
I mean, you talk about the kind of bakery that can make a good eggplant sandwich.
Is this the news report from WABC Channel 7?
It's W somebody.
Hey, roll this. This is insane.
All right, here we go.
You gotta
2
unmute.
bakery owners were stabbed over something they served 4 years ago. And tonight, as they recover from that attack, cops are still on the hunt for this customer who apparently held a grudge. Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore with the details from Paterson, where the attack went down. Crystal?
Insane.
Yeah, one of the victims actually just showed up moments ago.
I'm all pissed off at La Segunda. I ordered a Cuban sandwich back in 2007, and they left the ham off it.
That's the same thing.
I'm running my car through La Segunda.
Stop.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
We love that place.
Of course we do.
I'm kidding. I like La Segunda. I've always had a good. Speaking of Cubans.
Yeah.
I've got to go back to that the barbecue, folks. I'm craving that Cuban. The fire
Station House barbecue.
Is it Station House barbecue?
Yeah.
The fire guy. I've got. Do you have their number? I got to find out. When they're open.
Top of my head, I don't. But I have it on my phone.
Because what is it? It's Station House barbecue, right?
Yeah.
They've got the location on like Nebraska, but then they also have a location in Mosey now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Remember, they won the best Cuban at the Cuban Festival a couple of months back.
Okay, yeah,
Man, they made the Cubans here. That was incredible. I got to have that Cuban again. Can you bring up their address and everything? I've got to have that Cuban again.
I'll get in touch with the people.
All right, I got to have that.
All right.
Speaking of Cubans. All right. Moving along.
I hate for you to go back 4 years later and,
Michelle, I got bad news for you.
What's that?
Bad news from Michelle. It's been postponed.
Okay, well, something's been postponed. It's not canceled. What is it?
Do you know what that is?
Yes.
I gave Michelle just a little bitty blurb. Do you know? Do you know what that is?
It's yeah, absolutely. It's
All
something.
right.
Stevie Nicks. Has
Yep.
a concert been?
Yep. News has broken that the Stevie Nicks concert later this month at Amelie has been postponed. Yeah, I guess did she dislocate her shoulder? She hurt her. She broke her shoulder.
What?
Broke her shoulder.
Yeah.
She just stands there and
Did
sings.
Did I say broke her soldier?
Yes, you did.
She might have.
She broke her shoulder. Yeah, so the concert that Stevie Nicks was supposed to have at Amelie has been postponed. What was the original date of the concert? Do you remember, Andrew? Yeah, it was later this month.
I mean, it's more than just the Tampa concert. The whole tour has to be on hold,
it's a whole
right?
bunch. So the Tampa concert for Stevie Nicks, so it was August 30th. So it was end of the month. Stevie and Michelle's like bugging me for tickets, and you got to get me tickets. I need my tickets. And I hadn't bought tickets yet because tickets were expensive.
Lucky for you, I guess.
Well, if you bought tickets, the postponed concert will now occur in December. What is it? December? It's later later this year, so it's like December 7th. Oh, it's Pearl Harbor Day. Yeah, so December 7th is going to be the rescheduled date for Stevie Nicks after apparently she fractured her, booted off YouTube today. A little update on Hulk Hogan. Of course, while we were on vacation, the Hulkster passed away. It's been confirmed that it was cardiac arrest. He did have a myocardial infarction or a heart attack. What's the latest with Brooke Hogan?
You know, they just did not get along, and people suspected that it was because of his third wife that Brooke had an issue with her. But Brooke's husband has come out and said, absolutely not. It had nothing to do with that. It was his treatment of Brooke all along, and so Brooke just kind of separated herself and disconnected herself from him.
All right, couple of things here.
Yeah.
I remember when we were at the other radio station, when we were across the street, years at 93 with the MJ and BJ show and then the MJ morning show, 18 years. 18 years over there. We're coming up on 5 here. So October 5th, it'll be 5 years for us here on Q105 on 104.7 FM. But I remember when we were at the other radio station that the Hulkster was bugging the bejesus out of us to play Brooke's song.
There was a time when she tried to launch a pop career.
Exactly. Yeah. Brooke Hogan, Hulk Hogan's daughter, tried to launch a pop music career. And she recorded an album. And I remember that Hulk Hogan was just bugging the hell out of me. Man, hey, brother, you got to play my daughter's song on the show. Hey, brother, I'll come by. And I can't remember whether we actually played it.
We had a concert. I remember we had a concert for like Guava Ween.
Yeah, and she performed.
She performed, and Hulk was there.
Yeah.
And he was this.
But there was a time where, Brooke Hogan was, or Brooke Balea, whatever, that Brooke was, Daddy's little princess. And then, they just had a huge falling out. But I know the story came out that there was a lot of misinformation. So is it true or false, Michelle, that Brooke Hogan said, I don't want to be in your will, I don't want any of your money? Is that true or false? Because that story's floating around as well.
Well, I guess it's true. That's what they're saying. That's what she's saying. That's, I think, what her husband is saying is that, they tried to maybe mend some fences, with Hulk Hogan over the years. She has, I think, 2 twins now. And, he just wanted nothing to do with them.
So the Hulkster wanted nothing to do with Brooke.
And she said,
but also Brooke wanted nothing. So it was like mutual, right?
Right. She wants nothing to do with the people that he surrounded himself with, not the wife necessarily, but business-wise. She just wanted to just step back from that and not have anything to do with that. She will get something. There is a life insurance policy. I think she said that she will be receiving something from that. Probably.
So she was named as a beneficiary in the life insurance policy?
Right. So she's probably splitting that with Nick. So and she's just going to put that away for her kids.
So what's the deal? That Brooke did not like some of Hulkster's business associates?
That's the rumor.
Thought they were sleazy, dirty, or...
Seems like a very keen observation on her part.
Yeah, that's what I gotta say.
I completely agree, Brooke.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the details of your family, but yeah, bingo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say this.
Then don't. If you don't know if you should, then the general rule is fester.
No. If you don't know if you should say it, let it fly.
I heard a rumor.
Yeah.
Let me hold on to this. Let me try to formulate this.
Let it roll.
All right.
You only get one shot.
Well,
nobody's going to talk about this in 2 weeks.
So I have an ice cream story, and that leads me to another story.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this item while doing homework for Morons in the News. I found a story. A woman up in Boston, armed with a knife, stole 8 boxes of ice cream from a CVS store. All right. If you're holding up CVS at knife point to steal 8 cartons of ice cream, you've got some life decisions that are kind of effed up, okay? All right, so that I just thought that was interesting. Lady holds up CVS at knife point to steal 8 boxes of ice cream.
I'm not understanding how that happens. Is she holding them because they're cold? Are they big, little?
Well, they have little shopping carts at CVS, so I'm sure.
Oh, so she's holding the knife and she's running out with the shopping cart?
I guess
past
so.
the clerk?
I'm totally confused here.
Yeah.
Does this have to do with the thing you heard?
No.
We're not going to talk about that.
No,
now.
that's an ancillary. No, I will mention it.
But in the middle, we're going to talk about a lady who's robbing a CVS out of the Northeast?
It's the ice cream story that I have about a lady robbing CVS at knife point. I was going to kind of...
I'm trying to put it together.
I was kind of like bookending the stories.
Okay.
So So I saw this story. I'm like, you know what? I wonder if I should tell the ice cream rumor that I heard locally.
Okay, so there's an ice cream rumor locally.
Yes.
And we're getting into it by talking about this lady robbing an ice cream CVS thing, and you have life choices.
Wow, you're a detective.
It took me a minute. All right. You didn't make it crystal clear.
So I don't want to mention the name of the place, but it is a long time old Tampa Bay ice cream store. Apparently,
I can only think of 2.
Don't say. I don't want you. Don't guess. Don't. All
right. No guesses.
At this point, this is crazy, but an old time. Around for decades. I would say 25, 30 years, maybe, Michelle.
Oh, easily.
This is an old Tampa Bay ice cream establishment. I was told that somebody saw the owner with shopping carts filled with Publix ice cream, half gallons.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yes. And the insinuation is that this ice cream place is going to Publix to buy Publix ice cream, taking the ice cream out of the Publix containers and putting them into generic plastic tubs.
That seems like so much work.
Right? That's what I think.
And then serving Publix ice cream at their ice cream store, unbeknownst to the customers that they're... And Publix ice cream, the store brand, is a decent product.
Oh, it is. But you didn't really explain that this place also... I think at least at one time touted, fresh churned, locally made, kind of ice cream.
And apparently the owner, I heard a story, again, I'm not mentioning the place. There was a rumor going around, and then it was confirmed, allegedly, that the owner was seen with baskets full of Publix ice cream half gallons, which seemingly suggests that, he is selling the Publix ice cream at his ice cream store, which has always been under the guise of fresh homemade ice cream.
I will say that's a fantastic business model. I mean, you get what, $5-6 a scoop?
Yes,
You
yes.
can buy the whole half gallon for $5-6.
Right.
My God.
Wow.
Is that not crazy?
This is as crazy as the one story I heard about. Like they ordered fried chicken and then they
Oh,
saw
yeah.
like the dishwasher come in with a bag from Popeyes or something.
Yeah, we had a story like that a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Some restaurant was selling
fried chicken,
and it was they went to Popeyes and bought the chicken that they served at the restaurant. All right. So as details develop on the Publix ice cream local ice cream store scandal, I'll bring you more information as it's available here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, that brings to a close over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Wow, over an hour and 20 minutes. I think 6 minutes over on nonstop MJ. All right, 9 o'clock hour starts next. Ooh, big recall. Popular brand of automobiles got a recall. You're not going to believe what could happen. And I'm telling you right now, there are people listening that are driving this vehicle. All right? What could happen if you're driving and why you need to hear about this recall coming up in just a bit. Oh, Delta Airlines getting sued. Why? You got to hear this. It's over an iPad. What a crazy story. So we'll get to that and a whole lot more coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show. Guess what, folks? Breaking news. Huge, massive announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, Genesis of Tampa is now open. That's right. You now have a Genesis auto dealership in Tampa. Just opened up. It's right off 275 and Bierce. Yeah, that's a lot of people say Bears, but apparently, according to the Bierce family, you're supposed to say Bierce. But it's Beers or Bears. The good news is that you now have a Genesis dealership. Hey, remember Tiger Woods, when he flipped that SUV, it was a Genesis. And they credited that GV80, whatever they credited that with saving his life. It was built so well. He rolled the thing like 19 times. Remember? Anyway, great news, folks. You now have a Genesis automotive dealership. It's located right off. It's 801 East Bierce Avenue. So literally right at like 275 and Bierce. So you've got the Miracle Advantage. If you buy a Genesis, the Miracle Advantage plan is going to include an added powertrain warranty coverage of 10 years or 250,000 miles for your service needs. If you're looking for a fine Genesis product, Genesis of Tampa is now open. So if you're in Hillsborough, you don't need to go to Pinellas anymore. If you want to shop around Pinellas, come on over to Hillsborough. Genesis of Tampa is open. And, of course, tell them that MJ sent you. Simple as that. Hey, the Kemp Law Group is here if you're in a slip and fall or a car wreck. Let's say you're in your favorite store and, well, they're negligent. The floor is wet. Maybe there's a corn husk on the floor in the produce section, and suddenly you fall and, man, you break your hip, you break your you break everything. What do? You get a hold of the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. If you're in a car wreck, if you're just driving to work, you're at a red light, you're stopped, ready to start your day, and then some clod on their phone, whether they're playing a game, whether they're texting, doing everything but driving, and then they rear-end you. What do? You call the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law, KempLaw.com. Tell them that MJ sent you. Traffic's on 857. Shriner's got the latest MJ Morning Show back in a minute. Well, a lot of folks were asking, hey, MJ, Michelle, where did you guys go on vacation? Well, very good question. And also, this gives me an opportunity to introduce a brand new sponsor here on the MJ Morning Show. Michelle and I went on a phenomenal vacation. Oh? Have you seen this all over the internet?
What is that?
It's become a meme, but no, it's not a new sponsor. Michelle and I did not go on a Jet2 holiday. This has been popping up for like the last couple of weeks on my Instagram reels. And I don't know it's got to be some British travel package or something.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
I don't know what the hell it is, but it's if you've got a plane landing, the landing gear snapping off and it skids down the runway on fire, they're now adding this.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
I mean, it's
a Jet2 holiday.
It's become a meme, and I guess it's a travel website in Britain, but it's becoming some freaking meme all over the world apparently. All right, I teased before the break a major automotive recall. Yeah, this is not good.
I'm watching the Jet2 memes, and they're so funny.
Oh, no. That's immigration deportation video.
It's a Jet2
and they're using guns.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, I think that's one of the memes that popped up. All right, so major automotive recall. Kia America has issued 2 big recall notices within a week, and it affects over 300,000 vehicles over loose parts. That's not good.
I mean, it depends what the part is, right?
Yeah, near the doors and windows that can fall off and pose a hazard to drivers on the road. Yeah, so the recall affects 201,149 Kia Tellurides from 2023, 24, and 25 over a faulty door belt molding, and then 100,000 K5 car models from 23, 24, and 25 over window trim detachment issues, according to separate notices. So I guess it's like trim material, and I guess it can fly off the car.
I mean, when you say loose parts, I'm thinking like a fender's going to fall off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a little
muffler.
A little trim, yeah, right?
And
yeah.
Let me be, I'm an automotive fan, and I'll tell you right now, the Kia Telluride is a good-looking SUV. They've kind of rounded it out a little bit. They're kind of trying to make it look a little Range Rover-esque-ish, you know. But I think the Telluride's a good-looking SUV, and I see a ton of them on the road. It's been, I think it's been a big hit. So, you know, I think the Kia Telluride looks really good. And also that K5 is a good-looking sedan.
Yeah, but when you say, you know, loose parts, I'm thinking, oh, no.
Like the steering wheel's going to come off in your hand.
But then it's like a little bit of door trim.
Oh, my God, the steering wheel. Oh, my God.
So just a little door trim.
But these parts can, I guess, fly off. What did, some dude in South Korea not use enough glue?
Are they made in America now?
You know what? I think it's a good question. I know
a lot of these overseas.
Well, yeah, Hyundai. I know Hyundai's got some plants in the U.S. and I think Kia might actually have. Just type where is the Telluride made? Made in Georgia.
Yeah.
The Kia Telluride is manufactured exclusively at Kia Motor Manufacturing, Georgia. In West Point, Georgia.
Yeah, don't blame some guy in South Korea.
No.
It's some hillbilly in Georgia.
It's Vern.
Hey, what are we going to do with all this door trim glue?
I'm going to save the company some money, not use as much glue.
Hey, I've been huffing the glue. I'm not using it for the door trim. They're never going to catch me.
Anyway, so heads up. But it's not like your tire's going to fall off.
Right.
But anyway.
Call Ken Ganley. He'll fix you up.
He'll
get you right into service.
They'll zip some more glue right on that sucker.
See you in a Kia, baby.
Yeah, or go to Ken Ganley and look at that good-looking Kia Telluride. So it's a good-looking vehicle.
It is.
When I first saw that Kia Telluride, I'm like, that's a good-looking SUV. And it's a Kia. Oh, very nice. All right, on to Delta. I don't know what it is, but I've got 3 Delta stories in a row. And, full disclosure, Delta is my airline of choice. I typically look to see if I can fly Delta first because I have, the best, program. I've got the best status with Delta. I have a Delta Platinum through my credit card. So, I buy the cheapest seat on Delta.
Yeah.
I don't buy the basic, but I buy the cheapest economy, and then I immediately get upgraded to Comfort Plus. And then I'm in the hopper for first class upgrades, and those are getting tougher and tougher. But listen to this. This is the last thing you think of. So a family loses or leaves their iPad on a Delta flight, and you're not going to believe what happened next. A Delta Airlines employee found an iPad left behind on a flight by a South Carolina child. Then instead of turning the iPad into like the gate agent or lost and found, the Delta employee kept the iPad and then used the iPad to record sexually explicit videos of himself.
Oh, no, that goes up to the cloud?
Went to the cloud!
Oh, no!
Went to the cloud!
Karma.
Oh, my God. And it was discovered by the child's parents.
Oh, thank God the parents found it.
Yeah, so the parents...
Mommy, what's this?
That's not the throttle lever on the aircraft.
Wow, awful.
Right. So the minor's parents have now filed a lawsuit against Delta, federal lawsuit. So the kids' parents, Tori and Brooke Brewer, they've sued Delta in U.S. District Court in Charleston, South Carolina, saying their family is owed damages for negligence, intentional infliction of emotional distress and harassment, among other issues. What should have been a fun family getaway was riddled with confusion and anxiety over unauthorized access to their personal devices, a breach of privacy, and the transmission of highly inappropriate explicit video recordings sent through their child's personal devices, something they never would have expected. You know what? I concur with that statement from the attorney that's representing the Brewers in their lawsuit against Delta.
That's a good lawyer right there.
What does Ed think about this? Isn't the CEO of Delta Ed Bastian, Michelle, right?
It is.
Ed?
He's on the
the
pre-flight video.
Holy.
Here at Delta, if we get your personal device, you'll find
video of an employee's wang.
If you want to see anybody's private parts who works for us, just leave your device on the plane.
Yeah,
gross.
The lawyer is Tola Familoni, and Tola says that the clients are aiming to hold Delta accountable for a lack of meaningful response to their complaints over the situation prior to the lawsuit. So I guess they were not satisfied with Delta's response. So then they slapped them with a federal lawsuit. Yeah, a statement from Delta said the accused individual is not a Delta employee, but one of a vendor company. So I'm guessing it was probably the cleanup crew.
Yeah, so you see those folks board the plane and they straighten out the seats and cross the seat belts.
And you know what? It's like just humanity in general. Some of those I'm guessing the bulk of the plane cleaners are honest, good people that if they find something, and they find crap all day long.
Everything. Yeah.
Those plane cleaners that come in and they clean those aircraft in between flights, a lot of them are subcontractors, cleaning operations that go in and clean the airplane. And when you have flight after flight after flight, and they're cleaning up after thousands and thousands and thousands of passengers a day at an airport, they're finding all kinds of crap left in the seat back pocket, left under the seat, left, wedged in the seat. They're finding stuff all day long, and I'm guessing the bulk of these individuals are honest, and they'll turn the crap in. Son of a bitch. I'm still pissed at myself. I lost an iPod. And I had was that an older one, Michelle? Because I have my current.
It was, yes. So it was a much older one.
I lost an older iPod. I had some phenomenal Shure earbuds, and also I had I think that I had my Bose headphones as well.
That's a big haul. You left all that stuff on a plane?
All those things were inside the Bose case, and I got distracted. That son of a bitch, Kevin Harrington. No, I'm kidding. I was nice guy. I've known him for years. I ended up sitting next to Kevin Harrington. Remember the Shark Tank?
Original Shark Tank, local entrepreneur.
So listen, nice guy.
Sure.
So I'm having a great conversation. I was on a flight from LaGuardia back to Tampa, and that was one of those instances where I bought a coach seat. I got upgraded right away to my Comfort Plus, and then I got upgraded to first class.
Poor Kevin.
I ended up paying $152 for first class seat. So I ended up sitting next to Kevin Harrington on the flight, and we're talking the whole freaking 2 hours and 20 minutes down to Tampa, and I got distracted, and I left that little case in the seat back, and it never turned up, never ever popped up anywhere. So I'm guessing. Maybe I was the victim of either another passenger deplaning, oh, look, someone left this, let me grab this, or the cleaning crew found it and didn't turn it in. But nobody, I kept checking with Delta, kept checking with Lost and Found. It never, ever, ever turned up.
It's got to be the cleaning crew. I mean, as you're leaving a plane, you're not really scanning seats for loot.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking, man. I'm kidding around. Yeah. So the Brewers are looking for compensation. Isn't that terrible? That this plane cleaner most likely starts shooting, porno videos of himself, and then it uploads to the family's iPad cloud account.
How much fault does the family have for leaving their device on the plane?
You know what? It's an interesting case. All right. So second Delta story. Did you see that federal agents and cops stormed the cockpit of a Delta flight after it landed at San Francisco? And they arrested the first officer.
Before they let people off the plane?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
The whole plane saw the feds swoop in and take the first officer out in handcuffs.
That couldn't have been handled a little more discreetly?
No.
From the San Francisco Chronicle, a Delta co-pilot, first officer, was arrested by federal agents moments after landing at San Francisco International Airport. This is 2 Saturdays ago. Passengers were stunned. It was Delta Flight 2809 from Minneapolis. The Delta co-pilot was arrested. This is according to the Contra Costa County Sheriff's Office. Arrested on federal warrants. So the Sheriff's Office, federal agents. It was a Boeing 757-300, much more common to be on the 200 in Delta. Touchdown around 9:35 p.m. after a delayed second approach because of heavy fog. So they must have had a go-around. And the passengers noted that a bunch of folks with badges, guns, and different agency vests and markings pushed their way to the front of the plane through the aisle. On the 757, you board behind first class typically. So you've got to the left, you've got sometimes some Comfort Plus seats, then you've got first class, then the cockpit, and then but you board behind that section a lot of times on the 757 at many airports. So, wow. The passenger seated in first class said she counted at least 10 law enforcement officers, including agents from Homeland Security Investigations. That's when you see the jacket that says HSI. Air marshals, local police. They stormed the cockpit, walked him down the aisle in cuffs. Ushered him off the plane through the cabin doors located between first and coach. That's typically the 757. A second team of agents returned shortly after to collect his personal belongings, and apparently it was an ongoing investigation, including some type of child abuse.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Did I see that it might be some type of sexual abuse? So the reports are some type. Can you imagine your first officer 20 minutes, 30 minutes early. It's like, folks, we're making our initial descent into San Francisco. I should have you on the ground in about 25 minutes. And then the next thing you know, the guy is being hauled off in cuffs because of some child sexual abuse investigation over, materials. And, it sounds like maybe kiddie porn or something. That's grotesque.
This is awful.
And this guy's flying, 200 souls on a 7.5?
But still, they had to arrest him then. They couldn't wait for everybody to get off the plane. They're usually the first officer's not running out of there.
Well, no, sometimes they do. Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. They'll run off before.
Dude, yeah, a lot of times. Oh, yeah. A lot of times when I'm deplaning, the cockpit is empty. The captain and the first officer, they're gone. So a lot of times, I like it when the captain or the first officer, they stand there and they wish you goodbye. That's always a nice touch. What are you laughing at?
What do you say?
What are you laughing at?
Good landing. Good landing. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's a really crappy, junky, bumpy landing, I always know it's a right-seater. Got a first officer knew of the equipment. Anyway, that's a shocker. And then the last Delta story, I don't know what it is with Delta today, but Delta Airlines is saying that they're not going to use AI to price tickets. Did you see this uproar? There was a whole uproar that Delta Airlines was going to use AI, artificial intelligence, to price tickets based on your search history, based on who you are, and that for the same damn seat, same day purchased, same flight, that same, business class seat or the same coach seat, economy seat, could be 8 different prices for 8 different people.
You know what? It makes you wonder how much the person next to you is paying for the same stinking flight.
Well, that's always been a pet peeve of yours, MJ. We sit down in a row and you're like, the family behind us could have bought their tickets a month, in advance, and they've got it, just $100 a ticket, and we're paying $300 a ticket, and the family in front of us could be paying, $700 a ticket. You just never know.
Well, there was also a story a couple of months ago. I think it was Delta again, and I think some other airlines might have been wrapped up in this as well, that if you are traveling as a pair, meaning, Michelle, if you and I, you saw this, if you and I were traveling, let's say, to New York, to LaGuardia on Delta, Tampa to LaGuardia, that if we bought 2 tickets together, that it was going to be cheaper than if I were flying myself. Why should that be? So if Michelle's buying a ticket, I'm buying a ticket, and I'm booking, that it could be significantly cheaper to buy the 2 seats, and the single traveler would get hosed with a higher price.
But I have to dispute that, because when we just booked those tickets recently, and I did it a little bit last minute, I always look to see how much is one ticket. And oftentimes one ticket is, I'm making it up, $145, right? Then I go to book 2 tickets, and that price for the one ticket increases. And so then both tickets are now $175. And so then you have an increase. So I always double check that, because then I know, okay, they're only going to sell me one ticket for the lower price, and I got to go and buy one ticket. And then you go back in, and then I can buy me and whoever else at the higher. And I've had to do it make 3 different purchases one time, because they kept increasing the price after each purchase. And I was buying the lowest I could get for whatever one person I could get it for, or 2 people I could get it for.
Because a lot of times they have a certain number of seats at a price. And as the tickets are bought, it just
but here's the thing.
It moves up the pricing.
If I buy one ticket, it was like $145. And then if I bought 2 tickets, both tickets were going to be $175.
Both got hosed.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you buy one, and then you get one
that's what
cheaper.
I had to do.
Yeah. And then also they say, if you're shopping, use different browsers, or
like Google has
different
like a blind...
You use DuckDuckGo or something, so that it can't see that you're searching for it.
Yeah.
And then that way, when you finally do go make the purchase, you're still getting the lowest price, because once it detects that you've searched it, then the price starts to increase.
So Delta Airlines is trying to calm the frenzy. Now they're telling Congress that they're not going to use AI to figure out what to charge somebody. Oh, we can get away with charging this person more. That sucks. I'm sorry. Just have the regular price, and I don't care who buys the ticket. It ought to be the same damn price. So, AI, man, AI is effing us up.
All good.
What'd you say?
All good style AI.
All right, and I don't know what's going on, but folks are dropping like flies.
If you've ever wondered whatever became of me. I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, WKRP. Got kind of tired of packing and unpacking.
Tampa, WRBQ. Yeah, Lonnie Anderson has passed. 79 years old. I remember Lonnie Anderson was married to Burt Reynolds for years.
Yeah.
So Lonnie Anderson has passed just days before she was set to turn 80. So it was confirmed yesterday that Lonnie Anderson died Sunday at 79. She died in a hospital in Los Angeles. According to her publisher, she had a long, prolonged illness. Do we know what that was? Did that come out?
I never heard of Lonnie Anderson being sick, ever.
Yeah.
But 79 years old.
So Lonnie Anderson is now checked. Just listen, Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan. I mean, we're sort of getting to the age, Fester, where a lot of the stars from our era are just getting up there.
And we're talking about Henry Winkler. He's going to be 80. He is 80, or he's going to be 80?
He'll be 80 October 30th, my dad's birthday.
That's an old-ass man.
Let me tell you right now, Henry Winkler was sharp as a tack.
Mm-hmm.
Physically and mentally, there was absolutely no indication whatsoever that he was going to turn 80 in October. That dude is physically in good shape, and he is mentally acute and engaging and sharp as a whip. So I'm not worried about Henry Winkler. That dude's going to live to 100. Mark my words.
I hope so.
Henry Winkler is going to outlive me, I guess. Maybe not.
Eh.
But maybe, who knows?
I don't know if I take that bet, but Lonnie Anderson was she was the radio station hot girl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She was that forever. I mean, you always associate her with WKRP.
I remember she was in town. She came by our old station on Gandy. Maybe, 15, 20 years ago?
Maybe 25 years ago. Maybe the 90s.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I mean, you say 15 years ago for everything. This might have happened like in 1998.
Yeah. We had Lonnie Anderson came by. We had Mr. Carlson, the general manager.
He came by.
He was by. I've got a picture with him.
Gordon
Jump. Gordon Jump.
Yeah.
He was the Maytag repairman in the TV commercials for years as well.
But, man, I remember when she came by the radio station and guys were falling out of their skin.
Rest in peace, Lonnie Anderson.
Yes.
Dead at 79, almost 80 years of age. I've got a customer revenge story you got to hear. This is classic. A woman's car was repossessed by the dealership. You're not going to believe what she did next. I'd hold on to that thought. We'll get to that. How'd you like to stay in a poltergeist Airbnb? Just a lot of stuff. Final segment, MJ Morning Show. Still trying to get our footing. We're back after 2 weeks on vacation. I think we've been pretty smooth today, but always, trying to get the cadence back. But first day back from vacation, and the final segment is next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. So it's time to get my roof replaced on my house. We've been in the house, Michelle, for 20 years. The roof was on probably a year before we moved in. So, my roof is about 21 years old. And in Florida, the average roof lasts 15 to 20 years. So I'm, right at the back end of that zone. So who's going to replace the roof on my house? Westfall Roofing. I've had multiple friends undergo roofing replacement. I just had 2 more friends that I know just had roofs replaced in Pasco County. I'm getting mine done. I've got, another. I've tons of friends that are using Westfall. Folks, if I'm using Westfall Roofing for the roofing job on my house, it shows that you can also trust Westfall. Great reviews. Been around since 1989 in the roofing business. Family-run company. For roofing repairs or a brand new roof, it's Westfall Roofing. WestfallRoofing.com, and tell them that MJ sent you. So we're still in the early part of hurricane season. You've got time. In fact, I always tell the story about Scott, friend of the MJ Morning Show. Scott lives in Polk County. And last year, Scott had his new windows and doors installed by WeatherTight Mike and WeatherTight Windows in early August. And, of course, we had the hurricanes roll through in September and October. And yet Helene was offshore, but Milton rolled through, Polk County. Our buddy Scott says that if he did not get the new windows and doors from WeatherTight installed last August before the hurricanes, he would have been up Bleep Creek, that his house would not have made it. And credits WeatherTight Mike and WeatherTight Windows. Folks, for window and door replacements, you want WeatherTight Mike. $200 rebate now per door, $100 rebate per window. When it's window and door replacement time, it's got to be WeatherTight Mike. They use PGT custom windows and doors, the best installation around, which is essential. WeatherTightWindows.com, and tell them that MJ sent you. Traffic with Shriners on 927 MJ Morning Show. Back in a minute.
We have it.
7:32 at the MJ Morning Show, the final chunk on our first day back from vacation. Yeah, for those that were inquiring, hey, have you guys been fired? Oh, it's freaking summer vacation. I mean, why do people think the worst? I mean, now, granted, the radio business is very, very unstable these days.
Yeah, I mean, besides, radio companies like to fire you around holidays.
Oh, listen, and the fact that we were number one, Nielsen, persons 25 to 54 for what, April, May, and June.
Can't beat that.
They could still fire us. I mean, the radio business is so erratic these days. You know, who the hell knows if we're here? You know, plus you see there's a new list out, like the top 100 jobs that are most affected by AI. Yeah, and like radio and DJs and broadcasters are like high on the list. But listen, you can't do this show with AI. Let me see if I can find that story.
I mean, I can understand how they could say that when you talk about somebody who gives the time and the temp and maybe a quirky fact in 8 seconds before a song plays.
Anyway, look, I can't find the list, but anyway, like radio DJs and announcers, like number 10 on the list or number 11 of like the jobs that are most at risk with AI. Listen, like the midday person saying, "Hey, here's Cyndi Lauper." You know, yes, AI can replace a lot of that, but AI cannot replace what we do. The intricacy, the involvement, the interaction, the taking of phone calls. I mean,
unless the phone caller is AI too, I'd be like, "Let's go to Jack."
Yeah, I found this story. Microsoft researchers have revealed the 40 jobs most exposed to AI. Even teachers make the list. Yeah, hang on, let me find the list here.
I mean, I think I trust AI more than I do my doctor now.
All right, number 10.
I mean, seriously, you go to medical school my doctor went to medical school for 100 years just to tell me I'm overweight. You know, and like AI could tell me that in like a half second.
So is AI going to stick their finger up your butt for the prostate check?
I saw a doctor once who said, you know, AI can recognize things on x-rays that it took him years in school to figure out. You know, just the processing of information.
Listen, there are going to be certain things that, yes, computers can do very, very well. The top 40 most affected occupations by generative AI. Number 1, interpreters and translators. Number 2, historians, passenger attendants.
What does that mean?
What? A passenger attendant? You can't, what? AI is a flight? Come on, I don't know what that means. Number 4, sales representatives of services, writers and authors. Number 6, customer service representatives. CNC tool programmers. So like, you know, the CNC machines that cut metal and plastic and, you know, those laser type, cutting machines.
Yeah, okay.
Telephone operators.
Is that still a job?
What telephone operators are still out there? It's not like we dial 411 and hit 0 anymore.
Operator, hello.
Hello, this is your operator speaking. Hello, can I help you? That's number 9, ticket agent and travel clerks. Number 10, broadcast announcers and radio DJs are on the list. And again, you can replace the run-of-the-mill radio person that's just introducing songs and doing weather and maybe a little story here. But you cannot replace a full-blown morning show with me and Fester and Michelle. You can't do this with AI. It's impossible.
I got an AI telemarketing call that I picked up, and it was the most persistent salesperson ever. I was like, you know, I saw.
Well, you don't know if it's AI.
No, you do, because the first thing you answer is I always answer in fake voices, and I was like, "Hello," and it's like, "Hi, I'd like to talk to you about this is so and so from," and I'm like, "Go to hell." Like, I can see you're having a bad day today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can we start again?
F off.
Yeah. Go to never call me again.
Hope you burn and die in hell.
Let's just take a second. Yeah, it goes. It always had a reply back. Right. Can I call you at another time? No, never call me again. You know,
light yourself on fire.
I'll honor your request. However, before I depart, I wanted to ask you one more question. You know.
Oh my gosh!
I haven't gotten that one yet.
Yeah, this is really,
you know what I'm
persistent.
getting, and I've got to dump these down. I think I have them saved. I think I might have recorded these. So I'm getting these annoying, freaking pesky spam calls. Every time they call, it's coming from a different area code. It's New York, it's California, it's North Carolina, it's Virginia. It's like, hey, This is Jenny. I have your file on my desk, and we're very close to getting your business loan approved. If I want to track down whoever's, and I did push 2 to be connected or whatever it was, and then you get some Indian call center. You know, they're using some American female voice, and then you push 2 and you get some like Indian scam center or something. You know, so but that one's driving me nuts. And again, it's a different area code, and I'm getting them probably 3-4 times a week. And I want to murder them. I want to track them down. I want to kill their families too.
All of them.
I want
to find your ancestors.
I want to take them all out. I want to dig up their relatives and pee on them. All right. I want to track these people down. Anyway, so AI, blah 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 blah. Are you ready for this revenge story? This woman has a car repossessed from a car dealership. This is in Ohio. What time is it? 9:38? No, we got time. This woman in Ohio, this is from Road and Track because it's automotive related.
Yeah.
An Ohio woman who had her car repossessed by the dealership last year, even though she was approved for the loan, found an unusual means of responding since the dealer took her car. She decided to take their name. Now, according to a report by Court News Ohio, the case is headed for common pleas court. According to court documents, Tia McCreary went to Taylor Kia in February of 2024, where she decided to purchase a 2022 Kia K5.
That's the second time we're talking about the K5 today.
The finance manager helped arrange financing through Global Lending Services, which primarily approved the loan for McCreary, which preliminarily, I should say, approved the loan for McCreary. So she was allowed to drive off in her Kia K5. However, later they concluded there was not enough available information to finalize the loan, according to the documents. So a month after buying the car, Taylor Kia repossessed the vehicle while McCreary was at work. She began to explore her legal options. As it turned out, Taylor Cadillac and Taylor Automotive Group operate several dealerships in Northwest Ohio and began to operate a portion of their business under the name Taylor Kia of Lima, Ohio, back in 2012. However, McCreary discovered that the registration of the name Taylor Kia of Lima had been canceled by the Ohio Secretary of State's office after Taylor Cadillac failed to submit a renewal application. She then registered Taylor Kia of Lima, Ohio in her own name.
Good for her.
After they let the actual registration with the state of Ohio lapse.
Way to get him, girl.
Once that was done, documents revealed that she sent a cease and desist letter to Taylor Cadillac and informed them they could no longer use the Taylor Kia name because it was now registered to her. Then the legal battle started to heat up. In June 2024, she filed a complaint against Taylor Cadillac and the loan company. In common pleas court, she alleged the companies violated the consumer sales practice. Anyway, so she's going after them. She registered the name of their business in her name. So she holds the official ownership of the name of their car dealership because they let theirs lapse.
Oh, man, she should change her name legally to Taylor Kia.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a real name. Hi, call me Taylor from now on, Your Honor. Oh, my God, that's great.
Oh, man, that's called revenge right there. Wow. You know what? Doesn't sound like her credit is too good. Sounds like if she would apply herself.
If she would have put as much effort into just credit repair, not even, just paying your bills on time. Give that the attention as you. I mean, she's quite the internet sleuth. I mean, I would never have thought of that.
How would you like? Oh, look at this. We're in a new development. What could possibly go wrong? We're in suburbia. We're living the American dream.
It's supposed to make you feel comforted and calm.
And then the next thing you know,
they're here.
Yeah, I want to hear the little girl flip.
Run to the light, Caroline. Run as fast as you can.
They're here. Yeah. So the Poltergeist house, they recreated the inside. Homeowner Rachel Powers told TMZ they spent $165,000
Looks like they got ripped off because this house is pretty sparse looking.
They recreated the interior of the 1982 classic Poltergeist. I wonder if they've got like a staticky TV running. They do. they actually do. They've got a staticky, like an old Sony console, like a KV32 something or other.
My kids do not.
By the way, we had that exact TV.
My kids do not understand the concept of a television being on the floor.
Oh.
The old consoles.
Yeah, Hudson's like, what's that?
In a wood cabinet.
Yeah, he's like,
wow.
That's your TV?
Hey,
it's so small.
Show them the old, listen, we were thrilled with a 19-inch TV, in a cabinet, and the old screens, the old squarish, the 4x3 screens versus the 16x9s that we have today.
We went to an older lodge, and it had the old TV on the ground with the console.
Get out of here. Where was this?
The Virginian Lodge.
Like frozen in time from 1979?
It was in Jackson, Wyoming, the Virginian, and inside their lobby area, they had a TV on the ground, and Hudson's just eyeballing it. He's like, what's that? Is that a fish tank? I'm like, no, it's a television. When I was your age, I had to get up to change channels. And he's like, really? It's like, we only had 3 TV networks, too.
Yeah, so you can now step inside the Poltergeist house. They spent $165,000 recreating the interior to look like the house. So they bought this famous house. So it's not just a house.
It's the house.
It's the house. But they now made it look like what it looks like in the movie. So she bought this famous Southern California home back in October of last year for $1.28 million, paid $100,000 over the asking price to seal the deal.
Okay.
She lives there most of the time, but it's now available on Airbnb if you want to stay in the actual Poltergeist house. So listen, if she really wanted to do things right, she'd have an unfinished pool in the backyard with animatronic bodies flying out of the ground.
Yeah, I mean, she could have done things so much better.
That's what they really need. I want, they need a Hollywood set rain and storm machine that dumps rain and wind and the bodies pop out. And wasn't there that spooky tree in Poltergeist, right? Anyway.
Okay, I mean, if you're that is anybody that into the movie where this is a thing?
Yeah, I'd rather stay at the E.T. house. Or one of the Back to the Future houses.
Or the Brady Bunch house.
Yeah.
Give me
I want
that
to
house.
stay in the Amityville horror house.
Nope. Not
That's
that
where
one.
I want to stay.
I want to stay in the Golden Girls house.
Yeah, that too. But the Poltergeist house just does not interest me at all.
I want to stay in Bill Cosby's Brownstone.
Oh.
Now, that's a horror show.
Mhm.
Bop, beady booty body, Bob, I'm going to drug MJ and have my way with him.
Dude, another person that died while we were on vacation, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Oh, that's right.
That was so was Theo.
On vacation with his family and he drowned?
Was it in the Bahamas or Central America?
Something like that, yeah.
It was
South America.
Costa Rica.
Yeah,
Costa Rica. Okay. But wow.
Yeah. I think he just got caught in a riptide is what they said, right? Like a
rip
strong current
yeah.
or something.
Again, folks, you don't fight the current. You go sideways. Yeah. You do not try to swim forward in a rip current. You just go with the current, and in a short amount of time, you'll be out of the current. So you go to the sides in a rip current. Don't try to swim out straight ahead because it's gonna wear you out. In a rip current, you want to go to the sides and just flow with the current, and in a short amount of time, you'll be out of the rip current.
Are you saying don't swim towards the shore?
Exactly.
Don't swim
Okay, that's what you need to say.
But
not forwards or backwards because that doesn't really, describe it.
In riptides, I've always heard, let the riptide carry you out.
Carry you, and then you'll be out of the rip current, and then you'll be in normal waters, and you'll be able to swim normally. But don't try to forcibly people panic, and the first inclination, get out of the water, swim toward shore. It wears them out, and they drown. Go to the sides. Go with the rip current to the sides is what you have to do to get out of those things. What time is it? 9:47 here at the MJ Morning Show. We got a couple of minutes left here on the broadcast. Couple of celebrity items. Yeah, so rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. What do we have? We had Hulk Hogan.
Malcolm Jamal Warner was the first one.
We had
And then Ozzy passed.
And
then Hulk passed. And I mean, it's been a week since I don't think Lonnie Anderson's in that 3.
No, we had a few more.
The pipe.
Oh, Chuck Mangione.
Yeah, the pipe, the flute player, right?
Yeah, trumpet player. Connie Francis passed away.
Yeah.
That was before we left.
But I mean, we're of that now. You and I are of that age where everybody we knew growing up, they're all gonna.
Well, and I don't think I'm sure I mentioned this over the years somewhere. Connie Francis was a friend of our family. Connie Francis was very good friends with my dad's brother, Ed. He passed away as well. But Connie Francis was at my grandfather's funeral. Connie Francis was at many of our family events over the years.
Did she sing at the funeral?
Where the boys are. I mean, she was a sweet woman. So I've known Connie Francis since I was like 14, 15 years old.
We never had her on the show.
We did not. She lived in South Florida. She lived over on the East Coast. So, all right, a couple of other celebrity items before we get out of here. What kind of perv bought this? Somebody bought one of Michael Jackson's dirty stage socks for $9,000 at a French auction.
All right, that's not a perv. That's just like some crazy fan.
Dirty white sock, once worn by Michael Jackson. A rhinestone-covered sock was used during a 1997 show in France, sold for $8,911, almost $9,000 at an auction house. The off-white stained sock was originally white, studded with crystal rhinestones, was discovered by a technician backstage after Jackson's His Story. Remember that, the His Story World Tour? It was preserved in a frame for 28 years, and somebody bought the sock at auction for, I think someone's sniffing that sock.
Was it a pair of socks?
No, just one sock. It's kind of like, you lose one sock in the dryer, or, one sock gets lost in the laundry room behind the dryer. Yeah, one sock, apparently. The Naked Gun. Michelle, you sent me like showtimes. Is that like an indication that you want to go see The Naked Gun?
Yeah, I was offering to you if you wanted to go.
When?
Well, that's why I sent you the showtimes. When would you like to go? What fits your schedule? Because it's getting rave reviews.
Why you sounded like Yogi Bear?
Because sometimes I feel like I have
hey.
to. Yeah, I have to talk to you like a child because I think it's pretty obvious why I sent you showtimes circled in like green or red.
All right.
Will you bring a picnic basket?
It's like you used to. I learned how to say to the kids, "Would you like a hamburger or would you like a cheeseburger?" Right?
Hey, boo boo.
Yeah.
What do you say we bring a trash bag full of our own popcorn to the theater? Hey.
I'll tell you this. This Naked Gun movie, I haven't seen it. I know it's been out this last weekend.
The reviews are good.
I was very worried about it.
Yeah.
Because there was no place for this to go but down.
Right?
And apparently it's held its own.
They say it's 90 minutes of tight, like just laugh out loud fun.
The New York Post critic, his name is Johnny Orleksinski, I think is how you pronounce it. And he's tough. He says The Naked Gun is the biggest surprise of the year. He says that he gives it a good review.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to see it this week.
Yeah, a lot of the reviews are good. The original producers and writers, one of them didn't like it or something, said,
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, just sour grass. Don't they get a piece of the action on that? Or I don't know who owns it. But The Naked Gun getting good reviews. And yes, Andrew, did you go see it? Did you see it Saturday?
I did.
Andrew, is your mic on?
It is.
All right, I can't tell. In the new studio, am I going to be able to tell whether your mic is on or off?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. All right, so Andrew, what did you think of The Naked Gun? Do you concur that the movie reviews are worthy?
It was a fun movie. I give it a thumbs up.
So it was good.
Yes.
See?
All right. Well, there you go. So Andrew, the producer, gives The Naked Gun a thumbs up.
Yesterday I saw Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix.
Don't say a thing. So I had never seen the full Happy Gilmore, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Michelle and I watched Happy Gilmore on, Saturday night?
Yep.
So we watched Happy Gilmore 1 in preparation of watching Happy Gilmore 2.
Watch it tonight.
On Netflix.
It's less than 2 hours. Watch it tonight. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
I don't know.
That's just saying watch it. Must be good.
Well, maybe we can. Well, were you planning to go to The Naked Gun today?
Dude, we're wide open.
Yeah, why don't you go on Wednesday to The Naked Gun?
Yeah, I mean.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
We want me not to talk about Happy Gilmore all week?
Yeah, really.
You can watch it in your underwear at home on Netflix.
We got to go. Oh, yeah, but I didn't get to a ton of stuff, so
Yeah, no.
we'll push stuff off till tomorrow. So one of the things I just want to mention, we'll get into this in more detail. This is insane. Florida man, listen to this headline. Florida man finds 50 pounds of cocaine floating in ocean and shockingly turns it in. What is shocking about that? What, are you going to keep the cocaine and risk going to prison for 20 years?
On the surface, you bring up a good point. However, I'm surprised you kept it.
You got to turn it in. I want to delve into that in more detail tomorrow morning. We have a lot we haven't covered because we're back from vacation. There's a lot of stuff we got to do. Folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. My Instagram is loaded with stuff. I still need to go over a bunch of my new Instagram videos. If you want to get a jump, I'm Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow, Certified MJ Radio, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.
Download the app now. Get the Q105 app and listen to us anywhere. Powered by Anna Jar and Levine.